what's up? This is B-Hop. I'd like to say what's up, man. E Thriller, the Black Picasso. What's going on? This is the champ, the Hall of Famer. Respect, the undisputed. Yeah.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
Black Picasso, first round knockout, sweet science, we silence you haters, shout out the Mac Mob. Big fish, you trolls can't swim with the sharks. Dinging on him with a straight jab to the jaw. Now he leaking in his corner, hit that thumbs up button, let's debate. Who can test an eye? I will fucking wait. Full court pressure, Coach K until I retire. Mosquito spray you haters away, shucking and jobbing. L Boogie tapped in too, let's talk this boxing. Subscribe, like, and smash on that naughty bell button. Me and Mac like the new Shaq and Kobe. Hall of Fame the game, all our gloves is golden. They too moist, I'm the one, I'm the voice. Just face it, straight facts, listen straight to the point. No other option, this shit colossal. You're now tuned in to Black Picasso. No other option. It's Black Picasso. Let's talk this boxing.
Now, before I get into what I'm about to get into, I just want to make sure that each and every last one of y'all hit that like or dislike button. Don't forget to put some motherfucking Coach K Duke full court pressure on that sub button if you're new to the channel. And please be sure to ring that noti bell so you could be notified via email each and every time your boy E Thriller, aka Hamrothstein, aka the Black Picasso, because I paint these pictures so vividly with my words on the sport of boxing whenever I feel like it. And once again, fight fans, ladies and gentlemen in the Wolf Pack, welcome back. Now, first things first, man. Shout out to everybody that's watching this live stream podcast on my YouTube account, my Facebook account, my Twitch account, my Twitter account, and my IG account. I really appreciate each and every last one of y'all for sliding with your boy E Thriller, aka the Black Picasso. Tonight, man, I got a jam-packed show. Got a lot of things I want to get off my chest. It's been a couple of days since I went live. Shout out to everybody. I hope y'all had a phenomenal, what was today? What, Tuesday or some shit like that? Shout out to everybody in this bitch, man. Can y'all please hit that like button? Can y'all please drop an E3 as you come through the door? Just to let your boy know that you hit the like button. Can y'all please hit the goddamn like button? Pretty please. But anyway, so as you can see, let's get straight to it because I don't want to hold y'all for too long. You see tonight's the title of tonight's show. It says Errol Spence ain't the man until he beat me. Terence Crawford has been making his rounds over the boxing media because he's promoting this fight that he has on December the 10th in his city in Omaha, Nebraska, going up against David Avenesian, right? So he's just been doing a lot of press tours and a lot of interviews. Even before this fight was announced, Terence Crawford has been showing up and showing out, being more accessible to his fans, being more accessible to the boxing public, the YouTube community, and things of that nature. Hats off to Terence Crawford for finally doing something that I've been begging him to do. Shout out to the champ. But anyway, so what we're going to do tonight is play a little bit of this interview that he did with Kate Abdo or something like that. I don't know. Shout out to her. Make sure y'all go sub up to her channel. So let me go ahead and do this. Let me share my screen. Let's open up Chrome tab, man. And where are we? Let me find my link. All right, here we go. So we are going to start off at the 3-minute and 19-second mark. I'm not going to play this whole entire interview because it's like 38 minutes long. But here's the title of the interview, just in case y'all wanted to go watch it. As a matter of fact, let me zoom in on this shit real quick. Give me 1 second, y'all. Give me 1 second so y'all can see what's going on. Let's see. Zoom. I bet. So yeah, the title of this video is Terence Crawford talks Errol Spence, David Avenesian fight, BLK Prime, and his legacy. The Good Fight. Shout out to The Good Fight with Kate Abdo. All right, without further ado, DJ E Thriller, roll that clip.
As a team, I guess that as a group, everybody had to have been hyped about the idea of fighting Errol Spence and having that kind of like a legacy defining fight, right? I'm interested for you personally, for your family, for your team. How disappointing has this period of time been? And do you kind of feel really drained by the whole thing not getting to where you wanted it to get to?
Well, of course, it was disappointing, being that, that was a fight that been on our radar for years, and being that it didn't come to the light, of course it's disappointing, but at the same time, I have a career, I got a family, I got to continue with my career. I can't sit on my hands and wait for another fighter or another promotional company to make things right for me when I'm not signed with them. So I got to do what's best for me at the end of the day.
There's obviously a lot of upsides, right, to having control, being your own boss, right? Like you talked through before, having that kind of visibility over everything that's going on with your finances, with the business. It also means, though, like on the flip side of that, that the blame is now personal, because before everybody used to be mad at PBC and mad at Top Rank because they couldn't make the fight happen. Now it feels like it's more directed to you personally, right?
Good ass question, man. Shout out to her. But without further ado, let me read some of these super chats because I'm getting some notifications tonight. Shout out to YouTube for notifying your boy. Going out to my guy Al Mula. I appreciate that super chat, my brother. He said, "One love to the Black Picasso and the Wolf Pack." Hey man, one love to you, fam. I appreciate you, man. You already one of my, you my day ones, man. You always show up and show out every time your boy E Thriller be cooking on a topic, whether it's basketball or boxing or whatever in between. You always come in here and show your boy some love. So, I got to get you right, fam. What's popping? All right, man. Shout out to my guy, Young Money. And also, big shout out to my guy, Will Jack, for that $4.99 super sticker, super chat, whatever you want to call it. Hey, man, I appreciate the love, man. I really do, man. Let me get you right as well. Let me get you right.
Take your rose in the house, watch your mouth, without a doubt, jumping on top.
Yeah, shout out to my nigga Will. And also, I think I got another notification. Give me 1 second, family. Give me 1 second to the Wolf Pack. Shout out to my guy, Mar the Machine, for that $10 cash super chat. He said, the Johnny Cochran of boxing talk. Hey, man, I appreciate it, fam. I really do, man. I know you deem me that name, man, and I wear it with pride. I really do. I truly do. Let me get you right, fam.
Oh, y'all gotta hype my man up. Hey, hustle man. The damn dog ain't doing nothing, man.
Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody in this bitch. Can y'all please hit the like button? Pretty please. I got 67 people in here with 50 likes. So that tells me that my likes are already not adding up, ladies and gentlemen, in the Wood Pack. Can y'all please hit my like button? Can you do this, please?
Come over here and see what I'm doing. Stand and watch what I'm doing. Make love. Push. You got to push. You want to push. You push it out of there. You can do it.
You know what I'm saying? Push the goddamn like button. But back to the video I go. Let's roll it.
The kind of the kickback to the fight falling apart. How have you felt about the reaction to that announcement of an ECN fight and to the reaction to your IG live even? What have you made of that?
Well, I think it's not geared directly towards me. I think it's, right down the line, but at the same time, that's something that I don't care about. For one, being that, I did everything that I was supposed to do, that I could do to make the fight happen. The people that's on the outside that's saying all these negative things and saying, certain allegations, they don't know what they're talking about. So it's like, I gave you the truth. I told you what it was. And that's what it was. And if you don't like it, then so be it. Go beat yourself up, every day that you wake up because you're not happy with your life. You know, I'm blessed. I'm happy. You know what I mean? I'm healthy. So, you know, I'm comfortable. I'm good.
So
All right, so let's hold it right there. Let's break that down, what he just said. Excellent questions by that phenomenal young lady. Here's my take on what Terrence Bud Crawford just said in regards to not being able to make the fight with Errol Spence. The man said he's comfortable, and I get it, but it's kind of funny how everybody was dying to know what was going on behind negotiations between Errol Spence Jr. and Terrence Bud Crawford, aka the Boogeyman, aka the illest motherfucker from Nebraska. Yeah, I said it. You understand what I'm saying? So the moment this man said, you know what? Everybody is blaming me because I told y'all niggas a long time ago, it was about a month ago, whenever I made this video entitled "The Blame Terence Crawford Tour is coming to a city near you. Get your tickets while supplies last." That was on October the 1st, 2022, if I'm not mistaken. And I think I went live. That was on a Saturday night, if I'm not mistaken. Y'all might have to fact check your boy E Thriller, aka the Black Picasso, but that's neither here nor there. I dropped that about a month ago, and I was letting y'all know right off the rip that everybody was going to blame Terence Crawford no matter what he decided to do. And I even went on my brother IOTBA channel. Shout out to him. Make sure y'all go sub up to my big bro, Mr. IOTBA, aka Mr. 214, Senor Dos Cuatro, right? But I even told him if Terence Bud Crawford were to ever get up from the negotiation table before Errol Spence, he was definitely going to get the blame. Go back and fact check me. Go stub up to his channel and scroll up his fucking articles, right? So it's not beyond a pill or, beyond the imagination that everybody is blaming Terence Crawford for this fight not going on. And the man clearly states like, look, man, I'm not desperate. If the fight happens, I want it to happen. But if not, I ain't just about to take no shitty ass deal if everything is not on the up and up. But let's finish hearing what he got to say.
I think fans, right, from the outside, they look at this and they watch how everything played out and they think pretty much this was the fight that we wanted to see in this generation, essentially, right? And they think pretty much we got as close as we're ever going to get and that the fight's not going to happen. What's your perspective? Do you think that the fight still happens? Is there still life in that?
Well, there's always still life in the fight. You know, things just got to be, fair, and they got to be right on both sides. That's it. That's the only thing that I ever asked for.
Mm-hmm.
Things to be fair and be transparent. That was it. You know,
do you feel like that's
a
place you can get to with PBC?
I feel like if the fight, is the fight that they want to have and they want to please the fans and they want to make things right, of course it can happen. Of course.
So I think the question that comes up with that fight not happening, right, is legacy. Legacy is always such a big word in boxing. What legacy do you think you've earned right now? And is it where you want it to be?
Of course. Of course. When you look at Terence Crawford legacy compared to Errol Spence.
Okay, so this is where it gets good. Let's listen to this, y'all.
It's legacy. It's night and day. And I don't mean to throw shade on the brother. I'm just speaking facts. Whether they can say whatever they want, they can hate and say, oh, well, he fought this guy, he fought that guy. They can say whatever they want. But for Terence Crawford legacy, you're going to say he's a 3-weight world champion. He's an undisputed world champion. He's a fighter of the year. He's an ESPY award winner. He's a Lineal champion in 2 different weight classes. He's undefeated. And he never had a close fight ever in his boxing career.
So I think what people often look for is a signature win. Do you feel like you have a signature win?
I got multiple signatures of wins.
Which ones are they for you?
When you look at it, Ricky Burns was a signature win.
Okay.
When you look at it, Gamboa was a signature win. Postal was a signature win. Ndongo.
Shawn Porter.
Not Shawn Porter.
You wouldn't include Shawn?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Jeff Horn was a signature win. Kell Brooks.
Okay, that's a lot of signature wins.
Yeah, they all signature wins. You know what I mean? Because when you look at it, them all champions, and some of them is champions in multiple divisions. So when you look at what they did in the sport of boxing, then you look at them and be like, man, look at all the things that they accomplished in the sport of boxing.
He's talking about guys like Ricky Burns, who he fought at 135, for you motherfuckers that really don't know shit about boxing. The only thing that you idiots know, mainly the Earl sexuals, you know, the niggas that really don't do any research, the niggas that listen to niggas that lie to him all fucking day and take it as gospel. He's talking about guys like Ricky Burns, who has been a champion in multiple weight classes, but that's neither here nor there. That's not even focused on that.
And then how I beat them. That's a signature win in my eyes.
Okay, so I didn't want to make this into a comparison with you and Errol, but you kind of did, right? So if you're going to pick Errol's signature wins, which one would you pick?
Errol's signature wins, I would say Kell Brook, Shawn Porter. You're going to put Mikey Garcia and Danny Garcia and Ugas, pretty much.
So basically those more recent fights.
Even though
See, Bud is way more generous than me because I'm not giving him the Danny Garcia victory as a fucking prime victory. I'm not giving him a Yordanis Ugas victory as a signature win. I'm sorry. I mean, maybe, and everybody's been classifying this interview as Terence Crawford is hating on Errol Spence. No, since when does the truth? It sounds like hate. Like, why does the truth sound like hate to you motherfuckers? Based off of everything he said so far, saying that he's a three-way division champion, he's already been undisputed, he has signature wins, he ain't trying to throw shade on the brother, but he's just stating his honest opinion, which is mostly fact. And he's even giving him the Ugas and the Danny Garcia victories that I wouldn't even necessarily give Errol Spence. I'm just saying, don't none of them victories knock my goddamn sock off. Because we know that Danny Garcia ain't did shit at 147 besides get stepped on, right? And then your Danish fucking Ugas. I mean, are you kidding me? Please don't make me fart, because even Errol Spence said it. Manny Pacquiao was a shell of himself on that night going up against your Danish Ugas. Even Errol Spence said, look, man, you seen what Ugas did to Manny. What y'all think I would have did to Manny? You understand what I'm saying? Errol Spence would have beat the fuck out of that version of a Manny Pacquiao that we saw in the ring that night against the Yordanis Ugas. But outside of that, Yordanis Ugas hadn't done shit up until that point, but suffered multiple losses. And maybe he really beat Shawn Porter, but that ain't saying much because Shawn Porter has lost every single step-up fight he's ever had in the sport of boxing. And he's only been in one fucking weight class professionally. But anyway, let's finish rolling this.
Even though Danny Garcia never won a significant fight at 147. He didn't beat nobody. He lost to everybody. Even though Mikey Garcia never fought in the division before.
Well, damn, Bud beat me to the punch. But anyway.
Even though Ugas has been beaten numerous times. Shawn Porter had already been beaten. Kell Brook had already been.
You're just trying to take away all those significant wins. You're taking it back.
I'm stating facts. I'm stating facts. When we do this, we gotta state facts. Because, you know what I mean? When you say Terence, you say, oh, well, Gamboa was little, but they don't say, oh, well, Gamboa had a title at 135 when they fought. They don't say that. You know what I mean? They say, oh, well.
And they also don't say that Gamboa was predicted to beat Terence Crawford. I mean, it was a 50-50 fight. A lot of people had Gamboa winning because a lot of people at that time, if you go back into time and really actually do some fucking research instead of listening to these goddamn Neanderthals that they really don't know shit, but outside of bashing Terence Bud Crawford, the #1 pound for pound fighter in the sport, a lot of people were comparing Yuriorkis Gamboa to a pretty boy Floyd Mayweather. I didn't see that shit, but a lot of people were saying that shit back at the time. And y'all also have to keep in mind that going into that fight, Terence Crawford wasn't the Terence Crawford that he is today. Terence Crawford didn't have no fucking big name in the sport of boxing at the time. So a lot of people felt like he was going to get washed by a fucking Gamboa at that time. But let niggas like y'all tell it on YouTube and in my community section all the fucking time. Y'all want to act like Gamboa was the Gamboa of today. Like that's the same Gamboa that went up against Tank or Devin Haney and all these other motherfuckers at 135 that won't fight each other, but they can all fight a Yuriorkis Gamboa. I don't know how that seems to happen. But anyway, back to the video I go.
Gamboa was too little, but they don't say Gamboa never went below 135. You know what I mean? To fight again. So, you know, it's a lot that they say, oh, well, Jeff Horn was robbed. You know what I mean? With the Pacquiao won. Oh, well, you fighting leftovers when you fought Shawn Porter, which everybody said I was going to lose that fight. Oh, well, Kell Brook was washed up which everybody said I was going to lose that fight. So the fights that they said I was going to lose.
Hold on, man. Stop the presses, man. Stop the motherfucking presses. Hey, man, I got 105 people in this bitch with 70 likes. My likes not adding up. Can y'all please do me a favor and can you please hit the like button, pretty please? I don't want to hurt nobody.
I ain't did nothing to nobody, nothing.
Can you please do this?
Here, see what I'm doing. Stand and watch what I'm doing. Make love. Push. You got to push. You want to push. You push it out of there. You can do it.
Can you make love to the like button? Can you please get the likes up? Can we get the likes up to 100? So whenever I get done popping my shit and reading some of the comments in the comment section of the Wolf Pack, I'm going to drop the link and let y'all come on and rock with your boy E-Thriller for a little bit, aka the Black Picasso. But y'all got to hit the goddamn like button so we can break the algorithm so YouTube can do their fucking job for once and notify y'all whenever I go live. That helps the goddamn show. I mean, what part about that don't you get? I ain't begging for money, but can you please hit my goddamn like button or the dislike button? Either or is cool. Either or is cool. But anyway, let's get back to this interview.
You know what I mean? Prior to me fighting, then when I fight, then
They switch it on you.
there you go. So I'm just stating facts. That's all.
So talk to me about being undisputed, because I was watching an interview that you did with Andre Ward. It was like an ESPN interview. You guys are sitting down on two stools. I can't remember ahead of which fight it was, but you said that being undisputed is one of those things that really drives me, right? You didn't get to become undisputed at 135 kind of because of the politics of boxing and everything. If you don't get the opportunity to become undisputed at 147, would you leave the sport with disappointment, with regret? Like, how would that affect you?
Not at all. Not at all.
But how can you be the same person that's driven by becoming undisputed, but also be like, hey, I'm cool if it doesn't happen?
My thing was this. I was driven by being a world champion of the world. That's what I was driven by.
There's 4 belts though, right?
I already did that. Already did that.
See, this is what a lot of you Earl sexuals, aka you PBC fanboys, aka you niggas just the niggas that just see no wrong in Errol Spence, right? Y'all just have to be willing to admit that your boy Errol Spence is playing catch up to the boogeyman. I don't know how many fucking live streams I got to do. I don't know how many videos I got to make, because at the end of the day, you idiots ain't getting it through your fucking skull. This man has already been undisputed at 140 pounds, whether you like it or not. This man has won multiple lineal titles, whether you niggas like it or not. This nigga has he's really in his 3rd fucking weight class, and Errol Spence is still stuck in 1 fucking weight class for over a goddamn decade, whether you niggas like it or not. And at the end of the day, if Errol Spence has this fucking big time, super superb resume, then why in a flying fuck is this man never on anybody's pound for pound list over Terence Bud Crawford? I'll wait. I will fucking wait. Because if this man's resume is as bad as everybody try to make it out to be, and I'm just saying, then why in the fuck isn't Errol Spence ever over him? Fuck being number 1. Why ain't he never over Bud at number 2 or number 3 or number 4 or number 5 in my Booker T voice? 5 times WCW champion. Why this nigga ain't never on nobody's pound for pound list over Terence Crawford? But his resume is so great. Errol Spence is doing great things that we've never seen in this fucking sport of boxing. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Make that shit make sense to your boy E-Thriller. Somebody in the chat that's opposed to what the fuck I'm saying. Whenever you try to come on the panel, if you got the balls to click on my fucking link tonight, come on and explain that shit to me, because it doesn't make sense.
He accomplished that. I set a trend.
What's the trend?
That means before Terence Crawford, when was the last undisputed champion?
I don't know. You tell me.
Come on now.
No. You tell me.
Jermaine Taylor now.
Okay,
so when you look at the time span of the 4-belt era, from Jermaine Taylor, Terence Crawford want to be undisputed. Boom. Once Terence Crawford became undisputed, everybody wanted to become undisputed. Wasn't nobody screaming, I want to be undisputed, until Terence Crawford became undisputed. Right or wrong?
I don't know, man. That's hard for me to say.
I'm gonna have you. You gonna have to do your history. You gonna have to do your. You gonna.
Okay, but so if you saw
Now, I'm not gonna lie. I might have to do my research on that, but from my understanding, because at the time I was an Errol Spence fan, right? Errol Spence came in from day one saying he wanted to be undisputed. So I don't know if that was before Terence Crawford became undisputed at 140 or not. But I can vividly remember Errol Spence saying in every other video that he was not going to be like Floyd Mayweather, that he wasn't going to be like Manny Pacquiao or Miguel Cotto, that he wanted all the smoke. He was Free Smoke Jr. He's going to be willing to fight everybody. He's willing to put everything on the line to become undisputed at 147 because that was his childhood dream or something to that sort. So somebody in the chat correct me in the Wolf Pack if I'm wrong, but I can vividly remember Errol Spence talking about undisputed. He's been talking about undisputed, but do I know if that was before or after Crawford was already undisputed? I don't know. Somebody correct me. But anyway.
Saw the value in it back then.
That's your homework.
Why don't you care about it now?
I already did it. I already accomplished it.
So you feel like doing it in one division is enough for you?
I never said that. I never said doing it in one division because it haven't been done in two divisions. That's why I wanted to do it in two divisions.
Okay.
But what I'm telling you is if I leave the sport and not being able to accomplish becoming undisputed at 147, it doesn't hinder me or make me feel any way because I already did it before. I know how it feels because I already was undisputed before. Errol Spence, he don't know what it feels like to have all the belts on him. He don't know what it feels like to be the only champion in the division. He doesn't know what it feels like. A lot of fighters don't know what it feels like. Fighters in the Hall of Fame.
What does it feel like?
Listen, you the head honcho. you the number one, you know what I mean, fighter of the division. There's no other champion. You the only numero uno.
Hey, man, I must say, man, I don't know what it is about this lady, but she has Terence Crawford just popping his shit. He's being himself. He ain't got to act the ass to sell the fight. You know, he just stating facts or his personal opinion on whatever she asked him about. I really enjoy. I think this might be arguably the best interview I've ever seen from Terence Crawford. I'm 13 minutes in with y'all in the Wolfpack. This is definitely by far the most open and honest and relaxed and, you know, dare I say flamboyant that Terence Crawford has ever been, and enthusiastic maybe is the proper word, in an interview. This is a phenomenal interview by this young lady, Kate Abdo. I hope I'm saying the last name right. I apologize if I'm not. No disrespect intended. But Terence Crawford is popping his shit, man. I really appreciate this interview so far. Let's finish running this.
If you got 3 of the 4 belts, do you feel like you feel like you're the head honcho anyways?
You're not the head honcho because you ain't beat me.
Okay.
Come on now, you don't got the Ring Magazine champion. You don't got the WBO. Come on now. Listen. How long you been in boxing?
In America, like 3 years.
No, all together.
I used to do it for Sky in the UK as well, but I only did a few fights over there before I moved over here.
Okay, so ask yourself, what's the number 1 belt?
Well, people would say the Lineal champ, right? The Ring Magazine belt.
How do you get
But different people feel differently.
Fucking right. That is the number 1 belt.
Right? You asked Evan Haney, he doesn't give it any value.
He's lying. If he say he don't give the Lineal belt any value, that's a lie.
So you remember when Tyson Fury fought Deontay Wilder? And like the first fight, Tyson Fury was talking about being the Lineal champ, and Deontay Wilder was like, what the heck does that even mean? Like, it didn't even mean anything to him. I feel like there's people in boxing who don't even care about it.
So check this out. Tyson Fury beat the man, right?
Yes, agree.
Which was Klitschko, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Klitschko had the Lineal title. Tyson Fury beat him, right? So that made him become the Lineal champion. All the other belts don't mean nothing because he beat the man. So he's the man right now. So when no belt else fails, he still had what? The Lineal title.
I'm not disputing you, by the way. I'm not arguing you.
No, I'm just telling you. You can't become number 1 in any division without having that Lineal title.
And that's why I've always been critical of Errol Spence, who went from being the boogeyman to, you know, going to the fucking big fish, because there's I mean, ever since Terence Crawford showed up at 147 and pulled up on him at the Mo Hooker fight, all of a sudden Terence Crawford turned into the boogeyman and Errol Spence decided to become the big fish, right? But how in the fuck can you be the big fish? How can you be the king of the welterweight division when you ain't fought the best opposition? You understand what I'm saying? Terence Crawford is his toughest task. Terence Crawford is the heaviest of heavyweights. You understand what I'm saying? Because Errol Spence and his fans love to talk about, oh, he did all this fucking heavy lifting. Well, how the fuck is that the case whenever you got them two big ass plates on each side and you ain't even put that shit on your goddamn chest, which is Terence Bud Crawford the last time I checked. Nigga, you didn't fight Keith Thurman. Possibly you're about to fight him now. You didn't get to fight Manny Pacquiao due to the injury you suffered in camp, allegedly. But outside of that, nigga, Errol Spence, you've been beating up on fucking leftovers outside of fucking Mikey Garcia, who didn't even have a goddamn fight at 147 pounds. You understand what I'm saying? So whenever Terence Crawford say, look, man, the reason why you don't have no fucking lineal titles is because you got to come see me is fucking facts. Whether you niggas like it or not, I don't give a fuck. I'm not here to appease niggas' feelings. I'm not here to stroke your fucking ego. I'm here to tell you the fucking truth. That's what I do. But anyway, let's roll it.
Let's go lineal champion. There go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. When you look at it, if that mug say vacant, you can't call yourself number one in the division because it's vacant. That belt override all the other belts. Why you think it's free? You the people champ. You the champ. We're gonna give you a free belt. You earned this. All the other belts you gotta pay for.
So this is one thing that always confuses me in boxing, right? Is the argument between like legacy and getting paid. Because I feel like fans, we always expect boxers to want to care about legacy more than anything else. But like in real life, we all care about getting paid, right? Like I have a job. I'd like people to think that I'm good at it, but I care more about like my contract and what that reflects. And can I change my standard of living? Can I help out my family? Like all that kind of stuff, right? How do you like balance the two? Like what if somebody who's talking about being the people's champ, the lineal champ, all of that stuff obviously has value to you. Do you care more about legacy? Do you care more about getting paid? Like what's the balance for you between the two?
See, at one point in your career, you're gonna care about legacy, because that's what you're doing it for. You're gonna care about becoming world champion. You're gonna care about fighting the biggest fights. But then it's gonna flip. It's all about the money at the end of the day. We didn't accomplish everything we accomplished. We prize fighters. Let's fight for this prize.
Mm-hmm.
Let's fight for this prize. Because we not fighters today like the fighters that was ages ago. That was leaving the sport with brain damage and, they don't have nothing to show for. They don't have nothing to show for. When you look at a lot of those old fighters, they was taken advantage of, put in the ring, 10 times a year, and all 10 fights was tough fights, and they was brutally knocked out, or they was in split decisions, 15 rounds, and then when you see them, you like, man, I remember this dude was such and such, such and such. But then when you look at him, you're like, dang, man, it's sad because he don't have nothing to show for it. He put his life on the line for a sport that didn't give him nothing back. Not even healthcare. It's people that's dying in the ring. Look at recently, my guy, he's in a coma right now.
The Kazakh fighter.
Yeah, but that's what we do it for. We do it for the fans' entertainment. So when fighters get hurt like him, us fans, we go about our day like nothing happened.
Mm.
So just imagine how much he was fighting for. He was fighting for pennies and nickels. What if he didn't have insurance? Now what? Now all that money that he didn't fall for is gone. Why? Because he got to pay for his doctor bill. If God willing, he come out of the situation that he come out of. And then when he do come out of that situation, there's no way for him to make money in boxing no more. So now what he got to do? He got to go slave doing other jobs that if he can work. If he can't, then now what? See, a lot of people don't look at things like that,
Mm.
And a lot of times people don't have people, around them that care about them enough to say, hey, listen, put your money up, put it in this so it can gain interest. here, invest in this, or do this with your money, or do that. Don't buy this, don't buy that. You know, a lot of people don't have those type of individuals in their life to look out for them and, you know, make sure that they do got something, you know, to show for at the end of their career. That way they don't have to come back to boxing, you know, when they retire and feel like, you know, this is the only avenue they can make money in. So, you know, yes, it's about the money at the end of the day.
All right, let's stop it right there because I know my brother in real life. Everybody knows him in the channel. Everybody knows him in the chat. General Big Fish and Mr. Quinn, my favorite Errol Spence fan, are licking their chops hearing not Errol Spence, but Terence Crawford say what he just said, because they didn't argue with us time and time again, because we've been on the other side saying it's all about legacy for Terence Bud Crawford. He doesn't give a fuck about the money. He just want to get his hands on Errol Spence. Well, Terence Bud Crawford just basically came out and shitted on that whole point. So we can't really say that no more. Shout out to the Bud buddies, because he said, hey, fuck legacy. I'm a prize fighter. It's about the money, which makes total sense now, because that's why he didn't take the fucking fight with Errol Spence, I guess, or one of the reasons, because he wanted transparency over his fucking money, right? But hold on, y'all. I just got a notification. Shout out to my guy, Slide Tendencies 87, for that $2 super chat, man. I really appreciate it, fam. He said, Spence ain't never been a man. Real talk. Hey, man, that's big facts. That's real big facts. Hey, man, you know I got to get you right, fam. I got to get you right. Let me find you a clip, bro. Let me find you a clip.
RESPECT. Find out what it means to me. RESPECT. Take care of TCB. Oh! Sock it to me, 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 sock it to me.
Hey, yo, shout out to the, 30 plus motherfuckers, 40 plus motherfuckers in this bitch that still ain't hit the goddamn like good button. Can you please put some Coach K full court pressure on my like button? My likes not adding up. I got 324 views with 104 likes. I mean, God, like, what the fuck is so hard about hitting the goddamn like button? It's like that shit got a disease or something. Can you hate motherfuckers or the niggas that really don't rock my channel, but show up to my channel every fucking Tuesday and Thursday at 8:30 or at 9:30 just to see what the fuck I got to say, so you could take it back to your channel or do whatever the fuck y'all want to do with my content? Can you hoe ass niggas please hit the like button, the dislike button? Can you please do this?
Come over here and see what I'm doing. Stand and watch what I'm doing. Make love. Push. You got to push. You want to push. You push it out of there. You can do it.
God damn. But anyways, back to the interview I go.
I feel you. So when do you want to get out of this game? Because you used to say like 33, 34 years old. You're 35 now. You're still in it, right? I've heard you. I've listened to your interviews. You used to say that.
You pay attention. I like that. I like that. I actually did. I always said, you know, I wanted to retire at 33. I did. I wanted to retire at 33, and here I am. At 35, still going. You know, I just love.
Is there still an itch? Like, what is it that you want to? There's something you have to achieve before you hang it up, or what is it?
I just feel like, you know, I'm still at the top of my game, and I really wanted that Errol Spence fight. You know, I feel like that's the fight that I really wanted. You know, just to prove a point. That was it. I really don't need boxing. You know, it's a plus of getting a big lump sum at once, at doing something that you love to do. But, you know, I've been blessed with, you know, putting people in the right, you know, putting the puzzles together for Terence Crawford after boxing. You know, so, you know, God has blessed me with a lot of people that care about me. And, you know, I made some great decisions and I made some great investments, and, you know, I'm still doing big things and outside of the ring. That's why a lot of people say, oh, well, he only fight once a year and this and that and this. Well, you know, I'm not hurting. You know, if I was hurting, I had to take this, I had to take that, I had to do this, I had to do that, you know, but, you know, I'm not hurting. I'm comfortable and I'm blessed. Like I said, I'm blessed.
Praise God. God is good. So obviously you've moved on from Top Rank, right? So this is like a new period of time for you. You've taken control of your own career. It's something you've talked about a lot. One of the things that you said is that the next fight is the start of a new chapter for your career. What is it that you want to be different or to feel different in this new chapter?
Well, I just want to, be in control of my own career, be in control of my own destiny. That's pretty much it. I just want to have, a seat at the table and make sure that, I'm aware of everything that's going on within my career. And
so having taken that back, does it feel good?
Oh, of course. Of course. I'm able to do things that I wasn't able to do at Top Rank. I'm able to see things that I wasn't able to see at Top Rank. I'm able to know things that I wasn't able to know at Top Rank. So I love it.
So if you were advising young up-and-coming fighters, how do you manage your career? What would your advice be in terms of signing with a big promotional company versus trying to keep that control for yourself?
A lot of people need a little, a helping hand, a little boost when they get their feet off the ground. And I always say it, by far, Top Rank is the best promotional company out there, by far, hands down. They build the most champions. They then promoted the biggest fighters and best fighters in the history of the sport. So they got a long, extensive history of building champions into Hall of Famers. To start off your career, that'd be a great move. But then, branch off once you get to a certain point in your career where you can make moves and understand the business and, do it yourself.
Is that because no one's ever going to take care of you the way you're going to take care of you?
That's a fact. That's a fact. Nobody is ever going to, look out for your best interests if it don't, benefit them at some point.
So the fights on BLK Prime, right? The truth is they've never done boxing at this kind of level before. You said on your IG.
Okay, so you heard what Terence Crawford had to say. I'm not going to play this whole goddamn interview. It's going to be too long. Plus, I know y'all ready to come on and rock. Let me say this because I want to touch up on a couple of more topics. In regards to him saying that he just want to be able to have a seat at the table, and I can totally understand that. I mean, you finally was able to put yourself in a position to where you can, call your own shots, bust your own moves. You ain't got to worry about a nigga coming out and shitting on you like Bob Arum. You got a guy like Shawn Porter who's supposed to be your partner saying otherwise, because I don't know if y'all heard or read this article, but I seen Andre Ward had got at him the other day. I don't know if it was today or yesterday or some shit like that. I posted it on my community tab. But let me stop sharing my screen. Let me pull up this article because I'm going somewhere with this. I'm about to paint a picture so perfectly, so vivid. All right, so as you can see, shout out to the boxing scene, man. Make sure y'all go check out their website. This was uploaded and published on November the 15th. The title reads, Porford on Crawford negotiating for Spence fight. Doing it on your own ain't going to get it done. All right, so within this article, as we scroll down, let me see. Okay, so Shawn Porter said, and I quote, Terence needs somebody else to represent him and to speak to Mr. Haymon because Mr. Haymon is not going to respect him as a businessman. Porter told the Boxing Voice. Shout out to them. He also said, we already know you throw the fist. What substantial business sense are you coming to me with? It is what it is. He says nobody is going to respect Terence Crawford as a businessman until they see some business moves happen. And they start to say, okay, he knows what he's talking about. He's legit. But this first shot, trying to get it with Errol and doing it on your own ain't gonna get it done. And he also went on to say, so he's going to have to show people that he can do business and furthermore, be professional about it. Know what I mean? He said it can't be a cold call at 10 a.m. It has to be very, very professional in order for Mr. Haymon and other people outside the ring to take you serious. End quote. Now, let me address this bullshit. But Shawn Porter, he's talking as though Terence Crawford wasn't with Top Rank. He's acting as though Terence Crawford wasn't with fucking Bob Arum, the legendary promoter who was trying to make this fight happen for years on top of years. And what did niggas at the PBC, such as yourself, such as Keith Thurman, such as Errol Spence and Danny Garcia and everybody else within that promotional banner, what did y'all tell that man to do? Bob Arum is the problem. So you need to leave him and come over here and fuck with us because we make all the big fights and we make all the big money. Ain't that what they told Terence Bud Crawford? I'll wait. I will fucking wait. So let me get this straight. Do y'all remember this shit? Because let me stop sharing this because I'm going somewhere with this, y'all. Let's just hold that thought. Let's put that thought in our back pocket because Shawn Porter stated that, Terence Crawford, in order to get this fight done with Mr. Al Haymon. He didn't say Al Haymon. He said Mr. Haymon. Pardon me. Mr. Haymon it is to Shawn Porter that he's going to need some sort of representation. Okay. Well, let's see. Let's rewind time. Let's go out to, let me see. Where's this video? All right. So let's go to Fight Hub. Shout out to them. I do not own the rights to this content. This is for educational purposes only. As you can see, it says Bob Arum goes in on cancer of boxing, Al Haymon blocking Spence versus Crawford, and Lomo versus Mikey Garcia. DJ E Thriller, roll that clip.
Future has one opponent that it looks to be the big marquee money-making fight for Vasily, and that would be Mikey Garcia. Can that fight happen? Do you feel, is it difficult to make that fight happen? Like, has Vasily expressed to you that he wants that fight bad?
Vasily wants that fight once he beats Pedraza. His father Anatoly wants that fight. Egis Klimas, the manager, wants that fight. I want that fight. We're willing to sit down and make that fight. But the fight probably will not happen because Mr. Cancer, Al Haymon, will prevent Mikey Garcia from doing that fight.
How so? Can't there be a middle ground? You've worked with him before. You've made the Mayweather-Pacquiao fight. That fight seemed impossible to make. Why can't this one be made?
The Mayweather-Pacquiao fight was made because Les Moonves, who was the head of CBS, told Espinoza that Haymon was not going to put on another fight on Showtime unless he made that fight. That's how that fight was made. You got to understand, Haymon is a cancer in boxing. There's something abnormal about him. He doesn't allow his fighters to fight other fighters that are promoted by other promoters. Doesn't allow that to happen.
You know what I find funny, ladies and gentlemen, in the Wolfpack? It's kind of funny how some of you Earl sexuals love to bring up certain shit that Bob Arum say, but don't never bring up the shit that goes against your narrative. Like y'all love to say, oh, well, he said that he was losing so much money on Terence Bud Crawford, he could have built several fucking mansions and all this other shit, which is true. That's what he said. But y'all never bring up the fact of this interview, which was dated 4 fucking years ago, talking about Al Haymon is a cancer to the sport of boxing because he's blocking big time fights. This shit was dated October 24th, 2018, right? This is from Fight Hub. I didn't upload this shit. You understand what I'm saying? But y'all already know I come with the motherfucking receipts. But let's finish hearing what he got to say because it gets better. Oh, it gets better.
That's a cancer. That's hurting the sport. You can't say that about any other promoter. With Oscar, with Golden Boy, if the makes sense, he will sit down and make a fight. He's done that. And with Eddie Hearn, there wouldn't be a problem. With DeBella, there wouldn't be a problem. But with Mr. Cancer, there is a problem. Now, if you don't think that, why don't you see if you can interview him and let's see what he has to say. But I'm telling you, so isn't there something wrong that you probably never interviewed him in all the time you've been connected with boxing?
I totally agree. And I'm going to take it a step further. Isn't it funny how Terence Crawford has been showing up everywhere? This nigga has been at Tycoon. You understand what I'm saying? He's been doing interviews with Bill Bellamy. He's been doing interviews with Shawn Showtime Porter. He's done multiple interviews with Shawn Porter, right? Which is why I don't know why he would come out and say this fuck shit. But I'm going to leave that between him and Bud because they supposed to be so close. Oh, they supposed to be so fucking close. But anyway, shout out to Andre Ward for getting at him. But yeah. Bud is doing this interview with the lovely Miss Kate Abdul. He's been doing all kind of pressers, right? With Hip Hop DX, talking about the Errol Spence fight, talking about the fight with David Avenesian. But hasn't anybody heard or seen from Errol Spence in the fucking flesh? Because the last time we heard and see from Errol Spence, it was on his Twitter account when he was so-called debunking the IG live that Terence Crawford did about 2 weeks ago. And everybody and their mama know based off of everything that was said on Twitter, the first half of them fucking tweets, that nigga had, I mean, Drake ain't got shit on fucking Errol Spence because that nigga had a goddamn ghostwriter. He had somebody writing that shit for him. It is no fucking way possible that Errol Spence was using the fucking dialect in the words in the high-ass, hard-ass dictionary words that he was writing in terms of going at Terence Crawford at night. I mean, I'm just saying, but when is Errol Spence going to come out and do a physical interview? Because the last time we seen Errol Spence was at the fucking Frank Martin fight, whenever he said, oh, I don't even want to talk about that fight. We smoke bud and all this other bullshit. He don't even want to talk about the fight, but let you niggas tell it, oh, he's the one that's not ducking the smoke. Oh, he really wants this fucking fight. The same nigga that had a plan to avoid the best pound for pound fighter in the sport. Yeah, I said it. For 4 fucking years, he wanted to go fight this person. He wanted to go fight this guy. He wanted to go to this place. He wanted to go to that place, right? And even with that, a lot of you motherfuckers still trying to ignore the fucking facts because I posted this shit on my goddamn channel earlier today of this shit happening. Tom Brown said, and I quote, "We offered Canelo $45 million for Charlo, $55 million for Spence at 164 or Benavidez at 168. See, a lot of you niggas love to blame Terence Crawford for any and everything that has happened with the fallout in negotiations or everything that happened prior to that, even though we all know this man, along with Bob Arum, who I'm about to finish rolling this clip, has been pressing for that motherfucking fight for fight fans for fucking half a decade, right? But you mean to sit up here and tell me none of you niggas ain't got a problem with Errol Spence trying to weasel his way into a fucking fight with Canelo at a catch weight? So let me get this straight. He was going to move up from 147 to 154, past 154, past 160 to meet at a catch weight at 164 pounds to get his fucking jaw broke by Canelo and then move down and turn right back around and fight Terence Bud Crawford for undisputed. I need somebody in the chat that want to subscribe but won't subscribe, who want to hit the like button but won't hit my like button to make that shit make sense to your boy E Thriller, aka the Black Picasso. I will fucking wait. Because if Canelo would have obliged, if Canelo would have said, you know what, Tom Brown, Al, Mr. Haymon is what I'm gonna start calling the nigga now, like Shawn Porter, I oblige, I accept the offer, then nigga undisputed wasn't going to happen any fucking way. So that means Errol Spence, once again, it wasn't strap season, it was cap season with his capping ass, because the plan, let him tell it, I mean, I can pull it up, is well documented in my 18-part series, how this nigga to move the goalposts from one area to from 1 yard to 10 yards to 5 yards to 20. You understand what I'm saying? He just moving the goalposts, right? He led people to believe, he gave you fucking Errol Spence, the Earl sexuals, aka your sexuality is just through the roof, a game plan and a blueprint to follow to say, look, he's doing exactly what he said he was going to do. But nigga, the last time I checked, he said he was going to clean up his side of the street to go back and fight Terence Crawford last. He didn't say any fucking thing about fighting Canelo. You understand what I'm saying? When did that shit come into play? But let you niggas tell it once again, you never hold Errol Spence accountable. He can do no wrong. I mean, oh my God, the Prince of Zamunda. Y'all niggas want to clip his fucking toenails if you had the chance. I'm convinced you niggas would do it. I'm pretty sure a lot of you niggas would do it, right? But anyway, back to the video. Let's run it.
Have you tried calling, I guess, the simplest terms, like, or has that been met with resistance as well?
All he has to do is say either himself or through Tom Brown, Garcia and Lomachenko is a fight that we are willing to do. Within 24 hours, I'll be on a phone calling Haymon and seeing if we can sit down and make the fight. But I guarantee you that Mr. Cancer is cancer. It prevents things from happening. It's a debilitating disease. He will block it from happening because that is his way. Now, you say, well, it makes no sense because it's a lot of money and he's sharing the money. Doesn't matter with the money with him. There's something wrong with him. Don't you understand? How can you be in boxing and be involved in boxing and not explain to reporters what your position is, not talk to reporters and talk about how great the sport of boxing is? Nothing. Isn't that something peculiar? I mean,
tell me one lie Bob is told right now in this interview. Tell me what he just said that was a lie. Tell me what he just said was a lie, because I've never heard Al Haymon speak. Hell, I probably have only seen 2 to 3 pictures of Al Haymon on Google, and I don't know how in the flying fuck is that possible. I mean, does this nigga live underground? Is this nigga living in a fucking cave or some shit? I don't fucking know. But we don't never hear or see from Al Haymon, but you niggas love going to bat for a nigga that don't give us real, legitimate, objective fight fans shit that we want to see. I mean, my Lord, I said this on the last episode that I did on Thursday. We just now about to get Caleb Plant versus David Benavidez. Ladies and gentlemen, in the Wolfpack, that fight should have happened several fucking years ago. Several years ago, but we just now possibly about to get that fight in 2023, and we still don't have a fucking date. We don't know when it's going to happen, but it's reportedly that they signed the contracts. I don't fucking know. I don't trust nothing that comes from the PBC side. I'm sorry, I don't. But anyway, let's finish rolling this clip.
I mean, let's be honest about it. I'm not a psychiatrist, but I think there's something wrong with him.
So given what you're saying, then a Spence Crawford fight has no chance of happening as well.
None of these fights have a chance of happening. I mean, look, if God forbid I had cancer and I said that I would go and do something in 2 years, what am I talking about? Because in 2 years, I might not be able to defeat the cancer. He is a cancer. As long as he is around, his fighters will be deprived of doing big fights. Period. End of statement. I mean, there's nothing I can do. I'm being very, very honest here. I said, I can't be that stupid. If there's so much money to be made, how wouldn't he sit down and try to negotiate a deal and so forth? But he won't do it, because there's something wrong with him, and his fighters are suffering because of that. His fighters fight once a year, and if some other promoter wants to use one of his fighters, he says no, and he destroys it, and he shoots the guy 100,000, he keeps him quiet.
Why I don't ever hear this soundbite? Everybody loved talking about the fucking 3 mansions in Beverly Hills that he could have built because he lost so much money on Terence Crawford. But why nobody never bring up this shit that he's saying about Al Haymon stopping these fucking big fights, or about how Al Haymon only allows his fighters to fight once a year? I mean, I said this on several shows ago. I'm pretty sure y'all remember this shit. But Floyd Money Mayweather is what, 44 to 45 years old, right? This nigga is retired from the sport of boxing. And y'all know I'm an honorary Flomo. I love me some Floyd Mayweather, the fighter, but not the promoter, right? I know how to separate the two. But would you guys believe me if I were to tell you that Floyd Money Mayweather is the most active fighter at the PBC and Mayweather Promotions? Let that shit sink in. Floyd Money Mayweather, who is retired at 45 years of age right now, is the most active fighter at the PBC. He's fought more than all them niggas combined this year. He just had a fight this past weekend. It just dinged on that motherfucker. I don't even know who he fought, but he just dinged on that nigga and picked up a quick bag. Floyd gets the fight, but Errol Spence only get the fight one time. Tank Davis only get the fight 1 or 2 times. You understand what Deontay Wilder shit? Like, what the fuck is going on at the PBC? But let you niggas tell it, everything is fucking paradise. Oh, nothing goes wrong with Al Haymon in the PBC. But man, I just got a notification. Shout out to my guy Hefe Marshall, man, for that $1.99 super chat. He said Bud wants zero smoke with Spence. That boy Bud is capped. Hey man, everybody is entitled to their opinion, even though I strongly, wholeheartedly disagree with you, my brother, but I appreciate that super chat. Let me get you right, fam. Already, man. And also, I got another notification. Hang tight, everybody in the Woodpack. Shout out to my dog, Will Jack, one of my day ones, for that $9.99 cash super chat. I appreciate it, fam. I really appreciate you for rocking with your boy E Thriller. aka the Black Picasso. I appreciate it.
We made it, man. We did it. Everybody okay? Everybody all right?
Yeah, man. Shout out to my nigga Will, man. Let me finish rolling this clip.
Something wrong, and you guys got to realize that.
So what options does that leave you for Vasily, for Terence?
Plenty of fighters out there that can fight. They can fight. He won't let Mikey Garcia fight Comey for the IBF title. So Comey will fight somebody else for the IBF title, and we'll fight the winner. Right? I mean, there's always.
I still got about 40 people in this bitch just enjoying the festivities. Won't hit the like or dislike button. Can y'all hit something? Can y'all please hit something? Pretty please. Can y'all please hit my motherfucking like button so I can drop this link whenever I get done popping my shit? Can y'all please get the likes up to 200 or something? Can you please hit the like button? Pretty please.
Come here, see what I'm doing. Stand and watch what I'm doing. Make love. Push. You got to push. You want to push. You push it out of there. You can do it.
Push the goddamn like button.
There's ways around it. If you have the best, people will pay to see the best. If he thinks his guy is the best, hey, say it. Say, let Arum call me and let's do it. I want to do the fight, and I'll call him. Easy. Run with it. He'll probably see it, I think. I don't know really what he does with his time, right? But at least Watson will see it.
We've seen periods of this happening before where promoters won't work promoters, and
nothing like this has ever happened.
I was going to get to that. Like, how do you gauge it with perspective?
Nothing like this has happened in the history of boxing. When King and I were going at each other, hammer and tong, we always found a way to talk, and very often from the talks, we made the fight. Sometimes we didn't, but very often we made the fight. There is something crazy about this man.
All right, so y'all heard what Bob Arum had to say, which is kind of funny to me. He said this shit about, what was it, 4 years ago? Let me take this shit off the screen real quick. Hold on, y'all. Okay, so that was in October, like 4 years ago, right? So it's kind of shocking to me that, you know, Bob Arum would take the position that he took a couple of weeks ago on a Fight Hype interview that was titled Unfair of Crawford, to be asking for a high guarantee, you know, from Al Haymon, because he's never done business with him before. He's not his fighter. He needs me to get this fight done. But my nigga, what about all this shit that you was just saying in this goddamn interview? You basically said that, nigga, it didn't matter if he had representation or not, Shawn Porter, right? Nigga, the fight wasn't gonna get made because at the end of the day, whether it's Al Haymon, whether it's Errol Spence, or a conjunction, or it's a multitude of moving parts. Tom Brown, Tim Smith, the nigga that said it was about economics, is the reason why the fight wasn't happening even before they sat down at the table with Terence Crawford. I don't know who it is. It could be everybody within the PBC along with Errol Spence. But I can't help but to notice these niggas don't really want this motherfucking fight, which is why I've been telling y'all niggas from day one, I don't see this fucking fight happening. I don't, because look, Bob Arum also said this. I'm coming with the receipts. I'm coming with the motherfucking receipt. Look at this shit. This was dated for December 8th, 2020. Bob Arum says Errol Spence Jr. is hiding behind Al Haymon, doesn't want Crawford. Now, as you can see, this is after, I believe, Terence Crawford sent Kell Brook to sleep experts, pardon me. But he also said in his article, he said, I'm going to chill on my ranch. He said, I just bought a ranch with a couple of horses and chickens. Okay, so that's Errol Spence. So he said he doesn't want to do the fight, Arum said. And why should he do the fight in his position? If he can grab money fighting guys who really doesn't have a problem beating, it's not like the 80s when Sugar Ray Leonard and Tommy Hearns and Marvin Hagler and Roberto Duran, shout out to them guys, couldn't wait to fight each other. He said Spence promoters were unimpressed with Arum's theory. Let me see. But yeah, he said that. And then let me pull up another article before I start reading these comments, and then I'm going to drop the link. Let me go to share screen. Where's my article? Let's see. I believe, is this it right here? I think this is it right here. So yeah, this one is dated for, I believe, January 28, 2021. It says Bob Arum rips into Errol Spence for obstructing Terence Crawford fight, claims champion believe he will lose. You see what I'm saying? So Bob Arum has been saying this type of shit for I don't know how many years. So for him to say and sit up here and act like, oh, this fight would get made if I was still representing Terence Crawford or if he was represented by somebody, well, nigga, that's besides the fucking point. And we know that's cap because Terence Crawford came out on his IG Live and said, look, Al Haymon told me that I ain't letting nobody get their fucking hands on this fight. Ain't nobody touching this fight, basically, but Al Haymon and the PBC and Showtime or Fox or whoever network they gonna decide to do this fight with if it happens. So I don't want to hear this shit coming from Shawn Porter and Bob Arum and all these motherfucking idiots and Earl Sexual saying, oh, well, the reason why the fight is not happening is because he needs proper representation when y'all was the same niggas telling him he should leave Bob. Make it make sense. But anyway, man, that's pretty much all I got to say about this shit. I know I've been cooking for about an hour. God damn. But shout out to everybody in this bitch, man. It's telling me I got a bunch of comments. I'm going to try my absolute best to read most of them, man. But if I can't read them all, hey, man, I apologize. But we going to get this bitch popping tonight. I'm still missing my likes, though. Still missing my likes. 175 people in this bitch with 148 likes. Just doesn't make sense. But shout out to you motherfuckers anyway. Back to the comments I go. Let me see if I got some motherfucking super chats real quick. I don't think. Okay. Yeah, I do. Going out to my guy Justin Cherry. I appreciate that $5 super chat, fam. He said, paint that picture. Masterpiece. All we need to know is sloppy Spence don't want no smoke. Hey, man, I appreciate that, man. You know, I do my absolute best to try to paint the pictures and shit like that, man, and entertain y'all whenever y'all come in on the Woodpack, man. I appreciate it, fam. I appreciate it.
It is a lot of money.
5%? Are you crazy? Please. Girl, we talking $5.
Yeah, shout out to my guy Justin Cherry from the Blaster again, man. Y'all know, man. Y'all rock with your boy E Thriller real tough in the Blaster. Shout out to the whole 402, man. What's popping? Shout out to my guy World Combat Sports for that $4.93 super chat. I really appreciate it, fam. He said, shout out E Thriller on deck with that fire. Hey, man, make sure y'all go sub up to World Combat Sports, man. That motherfucker be cooking, man. That nigga goes in. I like the way he break it down, and he be so calm when he talking to motherfuckers. Make sure y'all go show my brother some love, man. World Combat Sports. Make sure y'all go show him some love. And you know I got to get you right, fam. You know I got to get you right.
Sit down. Play again. Go sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
Man, I just got another notification. Boy, y'all showing up and showing out for your boy E Thriller, aka the Black Picasso. Y'all making the nigga feel good tonight, man. I ain't gonna cap. Shout out to my guy, one of my day ones, Truly Israel, who always support my channel for that $10 super chat donation. He said, Black Picasso, what's going on, King? Hey, man, just painting these pictures. How are you, kind sir? I appreciate all of your love and support, family. You already know I got to get you right as well. Let me see.
$1 million? Oh, shit, man, y'all got to cut a brother in on that, man. Let me be down, man. Hey, we'll split it 3 ways. 7 for me, 7 for you, and you get whatever left over, man, because you've been tripping ever since I met you, man, for real.
Yeah, man. Shout out to my nigga Truly Israel. Now, let me scroll to the top, man. Let me scroll to the top. Let me see. I think I missed one. Shout out to my guy True Gritter 402 for that $4.99 super chat. He said, to all you Earl sexuals, I have one question. Did Earl go the easy route or did he do all the heavy lifting? That's a phenomenal fucking question. And let me add on to that. I'll wait. I will fucking wait. It's an excellent fucking question. Shout out to my guy True Gritter, man. I appreciate it.
But we got a 10-mile lake out back. Call it Lake Barnell. Yes, catfish are delicious.
Yeah, shout out to my nigga True Gritter 402 from Nebraska, man. Let me scroll back up to the top. I'm making my rounds, man. I think I already got Will. I think I got all my super chats, and I ain't got no cash apps. Okay. All right, man. I'm trying to get to the top, but I got a lot of comments. Y'all just bear with me, man. I don't want to miss nobody if I can't. Let me see. Hold on, y'all. Damn, this shit going slow. Hold on, y'all. It's a bunch of comments in this bitch. Let me see. Let me see who came up in this bitch first, man. Let me see. All right. Back to the comments I go. Shout out to my guy Marta Machine, man. Shout out to you. Pardon me for that super chat. I appreciate it, fam. Shout out to my dog Bleak. I see your boy was popping. What up to my brother L Boogie? He gonna say E Trilly was popping. He said one love to my brother E Trilly, the Black Picasso. How are you, kind sir? Salute. I'm doing well, man. I'm a little tired though, bro. I'm a little tired. My wife been sick. My youngest born been sick, man. I ain't get no sleep last night dealing with him and helping her. But man, I'm here, man. I'm here to, entertain y'all and pop my shit, man. Give y'all something to watch. Shout out to my brother L Boogie. Shout out to my brother D Young, man. He said my motherfucking dog smashed that motherfucking like button. I appreciate it. Shout out to my favorite Errol Spence fan, my big homie, man, my big brother Quentin Branley. He said that Thriller, the Black Picasso, I think is going to be fire tonight. Yes, sir. Let me hurry up and read some of these comments. I can't wait to hear what you got to say. What up to my guy Frank Fanatic, man? I ain't never seen you in this bitch, but welcome to the Wolfpack, my brother. I appreciate you for tapping in, my guy. Shout out to my nigga Al Moolah again. Shout out to the queen in the building, Miss Fistiana Fights, one of my day ones. It's always a pleasure to have you in the building, queen. What's popping? How are you, kind man? This is Rob. What up, boy? He said salute everybody. What's popping, man? What up to my guy, my brother, Boxing Nerd? I see your boy. He said, oh, what's popping, man? What's good? What's shaking? What's cracking? How you feeling? What up, I am AU? He said, shout out to from Detroit. Shout out to my niggas in the D, man. Shout out to my niggas in the D, man. Please hit that like button. Pretty please hit the like button. Can we get the likes up to 200 before the end of the show? If you're in my chat, can you please hit the like button? What up, Pie Face? I see you, boy. Let me see. Let me skim through these, man. I'm trying to see. What up, I am Cam Edwards. Hey, man, I think this Mr. Goose to you, brother, man, they be cooking. This Mr. Goose to you co-host. Make sure y'all go sub up to my brother, Mr. Goose to you. Boxing channel. He said I was summoned, so I'm here. One love to the Magma. Shout out to my niggas from Nebraska, man. What's popping, Cam? Appreciate you for tapping in, my guy. Let me see. What up to my brother, the unbiased fan, aka the Brim Reaper? He said blessings to all you Thriller Cook, like always, bro. Ham. I appreciate it, man. Let me see. Moving on. Who haven't I got? What up to my day one, WJ Lucky? He said E3. What's popping, fam? How are you? Will said that man got the Triple H up in this bitch. Hell yeah, man. You already know. That's my guy. What up to my guy ASAP, man? I see your boy. He said E3. What's good, man? What's popping, fam? I see. Let me see. Shout out to my guy MKB Boxing. He said the Black Picasso was great. Bro, respect already, man. What's popping? Let me do this, man. Since I've been cooking for a minute, let me go ahead and drop this link so y'all can come on, man. I ain't trying to be on here for no fucking 4 hours, man. All right, the link is now in the chat, ladies and gentlemen, and let me pin it to the top so y'all don't have to keep asking for it. The link should be pinned at the top if anybody want to come on with the Wolfpack and rock with your boy E-Thriller, aka the Black Picasso. Shout out to my brother D-Town for that text, man. He said, what you know about Money Talks? Hey, man, that's like my favorite movie, bro. Money Talks, Coming to America, Friday, Life, and Dumb and Dumber. Those are like my top 5 favorite movies, bro, of all time. Paid in Full. What else? Shit. But yeah, Money Talks is like my top 3. Rush Hour 2 is another one. Yeah, man, I fuck with Chris Tucker, bro. But anyway, let me see. I see your boxing there. Hey, panel etiquette, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure y'all cut on your cameras whenever y'all come on. And then y'all can turn them off, man, once I know everything is on the up and up. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure you mute your audio when you come on, too. And please, let's allow everybody to pop their shit for like 2 to 3 minutes. And then once open panel arrives, y'all can go in and do what we do in the Woodpack. I see your Boxing Nerd. I see your D. I see your L Boogie. All right, man, going out to my brother, Boxing Nerd, one-on-one. You're live on the chat with the Wolfpack. Talk to me, man. What's popping?
E3.
What's good, my brother?
How you guys doing?
I'm doing well, man. How my brother doing in Canada, man? What's popping?
Oh, man, I'm doing all right.
That's good. I see you, Pop Face.
Long day of school and, here to do some boxing talk before I go to bed,
Already, man. Already. Go ahead, break it down, fam. Go ahead and break it down. I see you, Cam. You can cut your cam off, fam.
No, that Terence Crawford the interview was really good, actually.
Yeah,
I agree. Down to the nitty gritty.
Yeah,
asking him the tough questions. He came back with good answers. It was very interesting. It was actually I saw Bud in a different light because he's usually nonchalant and like just answers the question, doesn't give much life.
I see you, Frank. You can cut your cam off.
But this time he had like a spark in his eye, like he was trying to prove a point. Like,
yeah, he was comfortable in the skin, man. That's what it seemed like to me.
Right? That's what I've been trying to see from Crawford. And
yeah,
like, oh, he's so boring, yada yada yada. No, he's not. Yeah. He really isn't. When you just have to get him in it. You have to get him in his zone. You know, you just have to get him outside of his usual comfort level. Like he can be a fun person. Like he can give good interviews. You just have to push for it. You know.
Yeah, he was real enthusiastic through that entire interview.
Right? Because he's naturally a dog, so you just have to like dog him out with some of these questions. So
yeah,
that's what she asked him the tough questions, and she got some good answers, some great answers actually.
Yeah.
Really shed some light on what the Lineal Championship really is. People hyping up these 3 belts when it's really the Lineal champion that really is the man of the division. So he was a 2-time Lineal champion at 140 and 135. That's impressive. That alone is impressive. Even though he didn't get to go undisputed, he was the man at 135.
But you know what the Aerosexuals do? They love to resort to sticking to the fucking topic at 147. That's what they do.
Yeah, they're not real boxing fans if they're gonna say Terence Crawford's resume is not good. Like, how many undefeated fighters?
Goalposts, man.
Mm-hmm. Hey, mute your audio, fam. Let's let Boxing Nerd cook, man. I'm gonna bring everybody on one at a time.
I have 30 seconds left. Dang.
Yeah, go ahead, Boxing Nerd.
No, I'm joking. But yeah, man, that's all I really gotta say, man. The cancer of boxing, Mr. Cancer himself, Al Haymon. I've never heard.
Why we don't ever see that interview though, Boxing Nerd?
I've never seen it. It's crazy.
Why we don't ever see that shit? They don't want to talk about that.
It's in the archives. They tried to hide it. They probably reported it 55,000 times. And it's still up there. It's strong in 18,000 views. And they're still commenting some crazy stuff about, oh, he's just trying to weed out Al Haymon is not working. Al Haymon's a smart man under the comments. I'm just like, what are you guys really saying? Are you guys that blindsided or brainwashed? Are you serious?
They are. Yeah.
But yeah, it's impressive how sensitive these guys can be. So, but that's all I gotta say, man. Appreciate you for having us on the panel, man.
Already, Boxing Nerd. I appreciate you, man. Going out to my brother L Boogie back on with the motherfucking wolf pack. Talk to me, fam. What's popping?
Thriller.
What's good, baby? You all right?
Yes, sir. What's up, my brother? How you doing?
Hey, man, I'm a little tired. I'm hanging in there, man. I'm hanging in there. Go ahead. Floor is yours, my brother.
Yes, sir. Wish the family well, man.
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. One love, peace, and respect to you. Salute, man.
Salute.
Yes, sir. Salute to all my brothers in the wolf pack. Everybody out there in the YouTube universe. Salute. But yeah, E3, you know, oh man, we go over this stuff over and over and over, boy. You know, Bud spoke facts, you know. And you know, we know ain't nothing cap about Bud, so I ain't gotta say that, but
right.
He spoke facts, you know. You know, we all know Errol can't do nothing without Bud. All roads lead to Bud. You know, Bud been told him that.
I've been saying that shit. Yep.
All roads lead to Bud. I don't care what you think you're doing. You got to come see him. He's the man in the division. That's the one you have to beat to prove yourself. It's Bud. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
You know, he tried his best, man. He tried his best. I've been watching Floyd and Al, them. I've been studying them guys for years. There's numerous occasions, with Al and Leonard with Floyd and Leonard on record saying a fight is not finna happen, it's not going to happen, and
yep.
Leonard on record saying we don't put our fighters in fights that we don't believe or think they can win. Like, come on, man. It's evident, man. And Bud accomplishments compared to Errol's, come on, man. Like he says, it's night and day.
Right.
Like you say, if he got this record so great, and he's such, he a 3-belt champion. He a 3-belt champion. His record so great, like you say. Why he ain't never above maybe what number 3 or 4 or 5 on people's list. Like
I've never seen him above Terence Crawford. Not once.
What the writers have him, very high. Like,
and he has the machine behind him, right?
Exactly.
That's what they say. So
Exactly. Like, come on, man. You can. You mean to tell me you can? Come on, man. Give a Ugas, a $1 million guarantee, but you can't even. When it gets to Bud, they can't even get a $2 or $3 million guarantee. Like, what kind of deal was that, man?
Shit, fuck Bud. They ain't even give Errol a guarantee, according to Errol.
Exactly.
I was tripping off that when AB came out and said it a couple of weeks ago.
Like, I can't even fathom that. This is the biggest fight in the sport. Like the likes of a Porter, a Danny, a Ugas, these guys could get guarantees. But when it comes to Bud, really think about that, bro. Like, they can't get a guarantee for this fight.
Right.
Not even 2 or 3 million apiece. Come on, man. That was designed, man, for this not to happen, man. Who can't see the writing on the wall, man? If you can't see that, you is just a pure hater of Bud, and you in love with Spence. Like, it's crazy. It don't make sense. It's not adding up, man. You gotta use common sense, man.
I feel you, Boogie, man. Hey, let me go ahead and pass the mic, bro, so we can hurry up and get the open panel so everybody can come on and cook, man.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Going out to Pieface Killer. You're live on the chat with the Woodpack. Talk to me, man. What's popping?
Yo, what up, E? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, man, I can hear you, bro. You all right?
Yo. Okay. Yeah, I'm good. What up, panel? Everybody on the panel. But this interview with Bud Crawford, man. I mean, it was a great interview. The lady in the interview, I mean, she asked some good questions, and all the questions that she asked, Bud clearly answered, and he answered. You can tell when a man is speaking facts, when he's speaking the truth, and it's like he said though. It's interesting what he said about Errol Spence's career, and it's so true, man. It's so true. Errol haven't even fought. Some of these guys want champions. Daniel Ugas, he already had 4. He already had 3 or maybe 4 losses. On his record. When he faced Earl. You have Danny Garcia. Come on, man, Danny Garcia. He ain't beat nobody. See, PBC, man. It's sad because these people thrive off names, man. People be having bigger names, but like, what have they done? I don't care about your name. I don't care about your city you from. What have you done in the sport? He beat a Danny Garcia that ain't done nothing in the sport. That don't even count. And so it's like you said, all road leads to Bud. If Errol Spence do not fight Bud Crawford and he in his career today, he's nothing. That's nothing. He's nothing at all. And that is why I think that that Al Haymon is trying to force. Al Haymon actually wanted Errol Spence to fight Keith Thurman. If Errol Spence fight Keith Thurman, if Errol Spence fight Keith Thurman, it's a must, man. We definitely gonna get the fight then. Al Haymon, he come across to me that type of guy. He don't want to leave no bag on the table, being that he already in financial difficulties. Paying back all the investors or whatever.
Well, shit, Bob Graham said he's the type of dude that do that. You didn't see the interview I just played? He said it's not even about the money.
You talking about not making the big fights? You saying, right?
Yeah. He was like, well, why wouldn't he want to make the fights? Because it's the big money. He was like, it's not about the money with Al Haymon.
Yeah, well, it's like he said again, he's the cancer, man. That's the counsel, though, of the sport, man. But Yeah, Bud though, man, he's just a true guy, man. He just come across to me somebody that's speaking honest, and it was a good interview, bro.
Yeah, I agree, bro. All right, man. Let me go ahead and pass the mic, man, so we can get the open panel. Going out to I am Cam Edwards. You're live on the chat with the Wolfpack. Holler at me, man. Talk to me.
Hey, man, shout out to E Thrill and the Mac Mob, man, one time, man. Shout out to the Wolfpack. Everybody tuned in, man. Fall to stand up. Omaha and the Blasters in the building. Y'all already know what's going on. Y'all know what it is. Man, much love to my brother, Mr. Goose, to you, man. Shout out to all the G's, you know what I'm saying? One love. Y'all know what's going on, man. It's Boxing to You, so check it.
Appreciate it.
We listened to the interview, right? And what's funny is throughout Bud's entire career, this has been the most energetic by far that this interview has ever been.
Agreed.
By far. Normally, when we got an interview from Bud, he sounded like a you know what I mean? He sounded like the Clear Eyes commercial. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
That's a fact.
For dry, use Clear Eyes. Thank God for the opportunity. Thank Bob Arum for giving me the opportunity. I just want to fight the big fights. I just want to fight the best guys. Y'all take care of the business. Y'all line them up. I knock them down. I'm gonna go chill over here with my babies and my kids. You know what I'm saying? Just one of them kind of situations, right?
Yeah.
Thing about it is, we really didn't get the promotion for Bud because we didn't hear Bud crash out on the Adrian and go to Adrian Broner, Teofimo Lopez, Mayweather route. Pop shit, talk about guys. This guy's trash. He sucks. I'm gonna beat him. I'm gonna knock this guy out in 6. You know what I mean? He didn't go that route to where casuals would pay to see him lose. He stayed the hardworking, quiet guy type. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let these guys take care of the business, right? The thing that I see about it is no matter what he says, no matter what he does, he's never going to get credit. It's always going to be twisted around. They're going to scrutinize anything he says and pick it apart with a fine-tooth comb. Like, oh, he stuttered, so he must be lying. Something about it ain't right.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. Like, he outright told y'all in the live, he had a hedge fund. Or why he didn't say who the hedge fund was.
Exactly.
Well, if he would have said who the hedge fund was, that might shoot down the chances for the fight happening in the future. Him actually speaking on the hedge fund. Like, you know what I mean? Him putting the information out there was to let you know that it happened without necessarily giving you all of the details to breach the contract. Feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So and then when you think about it, like, it was like, well, who's the hedge fund? Who's the investors? Who come on, bro. Nebraska has some of the most millionaires per capita in the country, whether they know it or not. We have record of Buzz sitting down with Warren Buffett. Why wouldn't it be too far-fetched that Mr. Buffett might not put up the money? I mean, he was just on record taking pictures back in September with Jay-Z. Why is it not far-fetched that Hov put up some money? Like, you know what I mean? When you sitting down with guys that got money like that, why is it not too far off that these guys could have pooled up money privately in a hedge fund to fund this fight? But anyhow, as soon as that idea was brought to Al Haymon, Al shot it down. Hell no, can't nobody touch this fight but me. If it ain't PBC on it, I don't want it. I don't care who it is. I don't care how much money they got. Why is that not too far-fetched? Why is that not, you know what I'm saying? So my thing is, no matter what he says, it's always going to be scrutinized. And it's funny because we watched the same thing with all of his fights. Throughout the time that he's been boxing, every fighter or every fight has been in the media. This is his toughest opponent yet. He could potentially lose here. You got guys hollering he's gonna lose. He's gonna get stopped. Oh man, he's too small. He's not. You know what I mean? All of these different things.
Mayweather treatment.
Yeah, but then when he goes in there and he walks these guys down, knocks them out, outboxes them, and just makes them look average, well, now we got 1,000,001 excuses. Now all the Bud buddies is in the back like, well, what happened? Y'all just said this was his toughest opponent to date, and he just made him look like regular. You know what I'm saying? So, but then here come the excuses. Oh, he was washed up. Oh, he was right. Oh, he ain't nobody. Now, the one thing I will say, because a guy doesn't have a household name and you don't know who he is, that doesn't make him a bum. You know what I mean? That doesn't make him a bum. That doesn't make him a tomato can. None of that. And I'm gonna keep it all the way 1,000. When Bud first came to 147 and was actually initially calling for Manny Pacquiao, Errol Spence, and Keith Thurman, had Spence fought Bud at that time, he would have lost. He didn't have enough tools in his bag. These fights that you see that they're putting Errol in, these are what you call trying to fast track experience for that man, putting him against all different types of fighters and styles and also bigger names to try and boost his star and his star power, but also to get him enough experience so that when he does get in there with Bud, he has at least a few tools in the bag to try and keep up. Because I'm gonna keep it 1,000. When Bud first came to 147, Errol wasn't gonna beat him, bro. He would have walked Errol down. Now, y'all don't believe me when I say this.
Cam, go ahead and wrap it up, man. I got a bunch of people that's trying to come on.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Bro.
But you know, I'm
gonna open the panel. Then y'all
I'm gonna wait for the open panel to finish cooking, man. Because I got some.
All right, go ahead. All right, Frank, man, you're live on the chat with the Wolfpack. Holler at me, man. What's popping? Hey, yo, Frank, unmute your mic.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. What's popping, fam?
Hey, what's going on, everybody? What's going on, Thriller, man?
Hey, man, you got 2 minutes, bro, so we can hear you up and get the open panel. I ain't trying to be on here all night. Go ahead, bro.
Oh, no, I ain't finna hold you. I'm trying to get to the panel, too. I just wanted to say, man, the more and more this shit goes on, the more and more it looks like a duck for Errol Spence. Like, you know, everybody talks this shit about Crawford. The man's been undisputed already. Like, he's been undisputed and he's in the Boxing Hall of Fame. Like, the fact, I get it. At this point, yeah, it kind of is about money. Like, if you've already done those things, it does kind of at some point become about money. But the fact that he's done all that stuff and he still wants to go out to fight Terence Crawford and still prove a point says a lot more than what Earl's been saying. A lot more than what Earl's been saying. I get it. I've been a fan of Errol Spence, but since this whole situation kind of arose all these years ago, and, you know, I go hold you. I went back and watched all your episodes that you put together for that. And after seeing that and doing my own research, that man Earl ducking, man. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. That man ducking. Like I was supposed to have a fight recently before I get ready to go into the pros, and as soon as the dude found out how big I was, mind you, the guy from what my people was telling me, it was like, oh yeah, he's looking to take fights quick so he can move up too. As soon as they found out how big I was and my skills and stuff like that, we ain't heard back from the man in 2 weeks. It sounded like Errol Spence to me. It sounded like Errol Spence to me. So I'm done at that point. But just one personal experience from what it looked like, that man definitely.
Already, man. Appreciate that, Frank. All right, man. Going out to my favorite Errol Spence fan, the BFB Master Q. You're live on the chat with the motherfucking Wolfpack. Talk to me, fam. What's popping?
Hey, Driller.
What's good, my brother? You all right?
Oh man, I'm kind of dizzy right now listening to all this propaganda, man.
Go ahead, talk to me.
Because, man, from the last caller to whoever, I don't know how out of listening to that interview, you got out of that Earl was ducking. Because I tell you what, man, there's some things that he said in that interview that stood out to me. I'm going to come back to signature wins because you know that was one of them. But hold on. We don't say that was for last, right? But this man, I'm listening to him when he said that people were saying that Shawn Porter was going to beat him. And I'm like, who said that? Saying that Kell Brook was going to beat him? Who in the hell said that? Bud lying his motherfucking ass off. Ain't nobody said no bullshit like that. But hold on. I'm listening to him when he letting it be known that he already been there and done that with the undisputed and that he knows how it feels. Errol Spence don't know how it feels. And I'm like, yeah, he don't know how it feels because you will never give him the opportunity to become my undisputed out of being petty and spite. Because it sounds to me, what I got about the interview is that you ain't gonna never fight Errol Spence, man. Because you're not gonna never allow him the opportunity to feel what it feels like to be undisputed. And L Boogie, Mr. Golden, WJ Lucky.
I can't wait to
y'all talk about legacy.
Yeah, I got it. That's what I want to talk about.
Legacy. His legacy.
It's been fulfilled already.
But he told you, like the Wright brothers been telling y'all, that when it comes to legacy and money, he gonna choose money. All these months you've been arguing with me, getting your ass beat up in the ring, talking about legacy. His legacy. When Bud told you, no,
he care
my
about
money, my guarantee.
We get too much punishment.
So, last but not least, though, signature wins. He said Ricky Burns, Gamboa, Victor Postal,
European shooting guard,
and Dondo.
I can't stand y'all.
Wakanda extra.
He said a mirror airbag.
Glass Joe.
Then he said Shawn Porter.
Emmitt Smith.
Errol Brook.
The $1 million man.
And you niggas argue with me about the resume, bro?
Yeah, bro.
Boy, I'm going to pass the mic.
Because a couple of those you said.
Hold on. I'm going to pass the mic so the next brother can speak their piece so we can get to open panel because I challenge all you buddies.
Yes, we got 3 more people, man. 3 more people, man.
Appreciate I'm on your ass.
All right, man. Going out to General Big Fish. You're live on the chat with the Wolfpack. Talk to me, bro. What's popping?
Hey, Thriller, what's up, bro?
Oh, man, I can't call it, man. Go ahead and pop your shit.
Hey, man, shout out to the whole panel in the Wolfpack. Hey, man, Terence Crawford. Hey, everybody in Omaha that fuck with E-Thriller, man, y'all need to go to that dusty-ass gym and pull Terence Crawford and Bo-Mac out of there and tell them they need to come and let E-Thriller do an interview because this dude is a big-time shield for Terence Crawford. E-Thriller, you doing a great job, man. It's hard to combat with what you're saying, but I am going to try. Okay, here we go.
I'll take it.
You played the Bob Arum video. That was 3 years ago, something like that. So once new information is presented, the man has the right to change his mind. This motherfucker done sued me.
Oh my God, here we go.
He didn't sue me and all this other shit. So new information has been presented. Like, man, I had an ungrateful fighter that I built up that was really, really hard to do.
but I did the best I could, and I got him to a certain point that he should be appreciative of. I did cap a little bit and say I would go give you an extra $1 million if I don't get you this a certain amount of fights or whatever. But I really didn't think you was really go take me up on that, because I'm giving you $6 million to $8 million up front that nobody else is getting. So you mean to tell me you still go shit on me and sue me? So yeah, Bob Arum has changed his tune. And Bob Arum does say a lot of flip flop stuff. So you have to decipher what's true and what's not true, or what is plausible. So I always look at what's plausible, not whether it's true or not. I'm looking at what's plausible. So with everything Bob Arum is saying right now, this guy needs me at the table. All those other years that y'all talking about, last year, the year before that, Errol Spence wasn't ready to fight Terence Crawford yet. So Bob Arum, anybody, Donald Trump, they wouldn't have did Terence Crawford no good, because the A side wasn't ready for the fight yet. Now, present time, A side is ready for the fight. We followed
That's
through with the
right.
plan. We did what we said we was gonna do. It's strap season. It's one more strap. The
Did what
final
Al say
bout.
y'all do.
Y'all seen the T-shirt. You
And
seen
he's being
it.
stingy with it.
So when we knocked on the door, somebody said, "Who is it?" Nobody's home.
Man, stop that cat.
Hey, the boy
Propaganda
ran
report.
away from the negotiating table. He always talked about all he wanted to do is fight Errol Spence. I just want to do this. I want to do that. I heard L Boogie say 1 trillion times all he cared about is the legacy. So the man said,
His legacy.
I've been over and did everything they wanted me to do, but at the same token, you left the table. So I don't get it. That's got it. I'm not sure if that's a oxymoron. Is that the word I'm looking for? But this dude, it does not make sense. And then I just got 2 more points I want to hit home, Thriller. On the interview with Max Kellerman, Max Kellerman was like, "Man, we gotta get this Errol Spence fight. I gotta have it. Like all the greats had a signature fight." So your boy said, "Well, Aaron Pryor and Sugar Ray Leonard never fought, and they both still fare well. They both Hall of Famers." Max Kellerman checked that dumbass shit. No, Sugar Ray Leonard had Herms. Sugar Ray Leonard have Hagler. Sugar Ray Leonard have Duran. Who does Terence Crawford have? Okay, let's run through the list. Gamboa, Postol. Who else Q did he say with the signature?
Ooh.
Okay.
He said Jeff Corbin.
Yeah. Are any of those Hall of Famers? Can any of y'all honestly say
Ricky Burns.
that's a signature win? So what y'all try to say that Errol Spence needs Terence Crawford more than Terence Crawford needs Errol Spence? That is not true. Errol Spence has a lot more life left if he stopped drinking lean and smoking cigarettes and doing heroin and getting shit on the videos and
I'm
have
glad you
all
said
that kind of stuff.
If
He got more shelf life. Al Haymon see that he got more shelf life. Otherwise, he would have kicked Errol Spence to the curb and he would have put Terence Crawford on the team. But he didn't do that. Why? Because this guy is a fucking greedy boxer. That's all I have to say.
Oh my God.
After the shit Earl just released, he about to make Bud wait till I get to cook.
You coming up out the true Gooch. All right, man, let's pass the mic, fellas. All right, going out to my dog from the blast, the True Gritter 402. You're live on the chat with the Wolfpack. Talk to me, bro.
One love. Shout out to everybody on the panel, the Wolfpack. My guy, E Thriller, man. One love, man. What's good with you, bro?
Man, what was shaking? You all right?
Oh, yeah, I'm good, man. Coming off a little cold, my damn self, man. Been under the weather the past few days.
Yeah, man, everybody's sick nowadays.
Yeah, man. It's either the weather changing or they put something in there.
Some in there.
So, but yeah, man. But yeah, man, you was cooking earlier, man. And man, I never caught that clip with Arum saying that, really just putting it out there on Haymon, man. At the end of the day, I would say I believe in a sense on a level that Spence wanted to fight, but for some reason, Haymon, he ain't gonna make it happen, man. But at the end of the day, that's on Spence to stand up, and make some moves for his career, for his legacy. I feel like, it was what Arum saying is completely true about what's going on over there, then those guys don't have a chance, man. And we're not gonna have a chance to get those fights that we want, man. And it's sad for the sport of boxing. It's messing things up, And after this whole situation, I feel like, my opinion from the beginning of the year was hopefully that Bud. I thought Bud was gonna fight Keith Thurman in the summertime, And that's the only thing I think Bud should have did was try to make a fight, instead of just sitting around waiting on this fight to happen, man. Because who knows, what's about to happen, what's going forward with this Keith Thurman and all this other stuff, man. But it's just sad that what's going on at PBC, man. Because them guys ain't even fighting over there though at all. Like their whole roster is just on ice right now.
Everybody but Floyd.
yeah, he the only one.
Everybody but Floyd, man.
So,
Shout out to TV.
What they got going on their side of the street, man. I mean, damn, that side of the street looking bad, man. They looking like the projects over there, man. Like,
hey,
God,
Floyd
man,
and Tank.
can't even come out, man. Y'all can't even come out and play over at PBC, and that's sad. But I did enjoy Bud's interview. I don't know, maybe you need some eye candy to eat. Maybe you need something, something to look at on the other.
Maybe that was the case, but that was his best interview by far.
Yeah, man. So, but yeah, man, it's a lot out here, man. I just come to realize with this, man, this is, you got extremists on both sides, and it's gonna be your extremist Errol sexuals out here. And we just gotta deal with them, man. They delusional, they very extreme, and they gonna ride with Earl like the Titanic, man. So
yeah, the motherfuckers, they get on my nerves, but I love them, man. This should be
boring
boring if we was all saying the same shit. So,
most definitely. And my guy Q and Big Fish, man, them guys are they're on the Titanic, but they're like that band that just kept playing. You know what I'm saying?
Cool in the Game would have been a plug and shit.
Yeah, man.
Boy, this is how you get in the top 5. Keep going.
Go ahead, sir. Before I go to Goose, and then the panel will be open. Go ahead, True.
Yeah, man. I just wanted to just say that, man. I'm gonna just fall back to the open panel, man, so we can get into it.
Appreciate you for coming on, fam.
Already, bro.
Man. I hope you feel better, man.
Most definitely. You too. You and your fam, bro. Most definitely.
Thank you. All right, man. And last but not least, going out to my motherfucking dog, Mr. Goose to you. Make sure y'all go sub up to his boxing channel. Holla at me, Goose. What's popping, fam?
It's the Goose to you, Mr. Goose to you, man. Hold on. Let me get away from my grandbaby real quick, y'all. Hold on.
You good?
Hold on. Let me get away from the grandbaby. And then
young ass.
Yeah, I got the youngins, bro. The youngins is up. Hold on. Okay, now I can cook. Peep game. What did Bud tell that nigga? He is not going to be where he needs to be without Bud. So all you Earl sexuals need to hear that and understand that. He cannot be undisputed until he sees Bud.
That's a fact.
Okay. Now, here's the other thing. I'm real life on right now with you guys. Bud and Earl. Now, y'all asked for Bud. Y'all said he was born. What he been doing? He done stepped his game up. From January 1st of 2022, he called Earl out. He was in the ocean. Earl did his thing. He beat Ugas, called Bud out. The boogeyman then came to fruition and was like, let's go. So he went, he did what y'all asked. Everything you Earl sexuals asked, he has done.
Yep.
And then some. He has took, we have never heard of a deal the way what Bud. Okay. Bud is undisputed, number one, pound for pound, And y'all motherfucker, and he's taking us what was it, 65-35, some shit like
He
that.
never confirmed the split, but allegedly it's 65-35. But he never actually said this, the split.
But he said they gave him a fucked up deal.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Okay,
We
so if
just
y'all give him a fuck, okay, how y'all gonna give the motherfucker that's the man, like you said earlier, E Thriller, this motherfucker ain't even, Earl is not in the what? He's number what? They say between 3 and 5 of the pound for pound list, but he is the A side. We will give him the A side. We give him the A side for having them 3 belts. But other than that shit, man, y'all on some bullshit. Y'all on some bullshit. Real shit. That's how I feel about it. And like my guy said earlier, man, do y'all know how many millionaires is in the city? They don't think about that, E Thriller. My guy said it earlier. He showed y'all see what I said it on one of y'all shows between you and B Mac. Shout out to B Mac. But I said it on one of y'all shows. Hey, he could have talked to why don't Bud talk to Warren, and why don't E Thriller talk to, I mean not E Thriller, my bad, bro. I'm a little bit on one. But why don't Earl talk to goddamn old boy down there, and y'all do this shit? Fuck Al. Man, let's go to open panel. Gooch on one tonight.
Hi, man. With that being said, the panel is now open, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all go ahead and rock.
Shout out to my, before I go,
Big
shout out to
Fish.
my nigga Cam Edwards. CQ told me, man, get Cam on this motherfucker. Let's cook, my nigga.
General Big Fish. I got a question for General Big Fish. General Big Fish, I want to know. I want to know, General Big Fish, like what makes a good businessman?
What makes a good businessman?
Yeah, with that
Well,
being said, like with that, in the terms of like for us, like if a man sues you for something that you done wrong to him, but he comes back and want to make money together, and you know you're gonna profit off certain fights. Like, do a good businessman just hold a grudge off something that he knows is wrong, or do he just go ahead and do business, make the fight, make the money so he can support his fighters?
it depends. It depends, but more than likely, I would say yes in most cases. What you're saying is yes. So on the flip side, in business, sometimes when something don't go your way, you can't burn a bridge over $100 when you over a 3-year process you can get $30,000-$40,000. You lost that 100, but you still, this dude got you on your other job. So it's been plenty of times where I've taken hits when somebody did something that that wasn't in the deal, but I just was like, man, do I say something offend the person, and then I can't do business with them no more? Sometimes you got to do that. And you know how I know Crawford knows this? Because he tried to doing damage control, talking about how Top Rank, I always had the best fighters. They build them up to a certain point to where
Ain't
they
that
can
true?
So that is a form of damage control. So he can make a
That's
way
not
to
damage control. That's facts.
he can use them again. So what you're saying is a yes and no answer. That's too much of a open-ended question.
See what I'm saying.
Shout out to Big
This
Fish.
is the
Big Fish
reason.
402 certified. He 402 certified.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. This is one of the reasons why we haven't been having these good fights, man. Al Haymon is still holding a grudge over what Bob done with the lawsuit, and therefore we in the state that we in now for is boxing. You know, even for the PBC fighters, they suffering over there because Al and the bad man still over something that happened years ago.
But you can't necessarily say that because
That is
you can't
very
necessarily
plausible.
say that because Top
That's the
Rank and
first time
PBC have
I've
done
agreed with
fights.
you, Pie Face Killer. I agree with you on that.
Yeah,
Like I can
they done some
agree with
fight.
that, but then again, I can't fully because all right, you gotta when we look back at it, PBC and Top Rank have done business with each other over the years. It just seemed like certain fights and certain champions weren't being presented or weren't being put on the table. A prime example, throughout Bud's career, he's faced 3 different PBC fighters that we know of off top. He fought Felix Diaz. He fought John Molina Jr. When he was at 140. And then he fought recently Shawn Porter. Those are 3 different PBC fighters. And then for us to have 3 different Wilder versus Fury matchups, that's false. For them to say some stuff like PBC and Top Rank don't do business together, that's not true.
So
I definitely didn't say they didn't do. I definitely didn't say they don't do business together. They do business when they come down. They do business when they come down to fighters that they don't care about losing. You know, who cares about a John Molina or the Felix Diaz? They don't care if they lose or not. You know, but when they come down to the two main faces of boxing, for Crawford, you know. Haymon won't try.
They didn't care about Shawn Porter losing either. Don't forget
they didn't care about Shawn.
Listen, Shawn had already lost.
Shawn was gone.
Shawn had already lost. Shawn for the Wolves, though.
Shawn was leaving. Let me say something to E Thriller real quick. E Thriller.
That didn't matter.
E Thriller, are you there? I guess E Thriller gone.
Yeah, Shawn was leaving. That ain't matter.
Pie-Face Killer, you just helped me out. You just made me think of something.
Go ahead.
You know what? Errol Spence made me wait for 3 fucking years. I'm gonna make his ass wait now. That's what happened, Pie-Face Killer. Your man holding the grudge, and he went and took his 10 million, and he go
stop.
Y'all stop this, bro. Stop this, bro.
Hey,
hold on, I got it.
Face to face, bro.
With that goddamn
now let's kill that. Let's kill that nonsense. Because first and foremost, we know just between Bud and Errol going back and forth on Twitter that Errol went on vacation in October during the negotiation process. Now, if you negotiating the fight that's supposed to happen November 19th, that was hella dumb close to do a press tour.
How many days was his vacation, Cam?
Anything like that gave the mindset that they were not pushing for that fight to actually happen in November, and then it gets reported that they wanted to do the fight.
How many days was the vacation?
First quarter of 2023.
Damn, how many days was the vacation?
Floyd told us it wasn't happening, so all this irrelevant.
Floyd said it 3 different times that the fight wasn't gonna happen. Facts.
Hold on. How many days was he on vacation, Cam?
I haven't the slightest clue. The fact is the man was on vacation.
We talking about irrelevant shit, y'all. The fight was not happening this year, no way. Let's
period. Point.
I'm about to say Floyd said it 3 different times. The fight's not happening this year. However,
talking that irrelevant ass.
They kept saying it. Man, they gonna fight. They
gonna fight. Was it irrelevant, L Boogie, when he let you know that it wasn't about legacy and it was about money, L Boogie? Was that irrelevant?
His legacy is cemented already.
Hold on, y'all. Let me explain that to Quinn, because I don't know how they gonna understand this shit. This shit is too silly, man. Now, riddle me this, Quentin. If it's all about fucking money, why would the man take a fuck deal to get Errol in the ring? If that's the case, he could have just, the minute they mentioned it to him, walked straight away, said, no, that deal don't make sense. I ain't got no guarantee. I'm gone. Fuck it. Why would he agree? And then only for it to fall apart because they don't want to give them transparency. If it's all about the money, that don't make sense. Can you stop saying that and open your mind and your eyes, man?
Because he pulled that whole card when he accepted that deal.
Legacy go hand in hand with money. If Floyd fight Pacquiao, that's automatic legacy with big money.
But I heard that he got what he wanted though, L Boogie. L Boogie. But I heard that they gave him the transparency that he wanted, and then some.
They ain't gave him nothing. He told you he never got a guarantee. They didn't give him none.
He agreed not to have a guarantee. Errol Spence
told-
didn't have one either. Hell, Boogie, what you talking about?
He told
Man,
Al,
we already know what that was.
listen, he told Al them, I'm fighting this year whether we get it done or not. But if we can get it done, let's go.
Let's get
But
it done.
if y'all can't, I can't sit and wait. I'ma do me a fight, then we'll revisit this shit after.
Because they showed,
He
hey, when
needed
they
a
when
tune-up, El Boogie. Ain't nothing
when
wrong
they
with
said
that.
first quarter,
He needed a tune-up. Yes.
I know when
He
they
needed
said
a tune-up.
what it was
He
when
needed
they
a
said first
tune-up.
quarter. Soon as they said first quarter
He needed a
2023,
tune-up, bro. Ain't nothing wrong
hey,
with that, man.
that's nonsense.
He needed a tune-up.
When they said first quarter 2023, we knew for a fact the fight wasn't happening because soon as Bud would have agreed to that and sat on that, he would have been stripped by the WBO long before first quarter of 2023 got here for inactivity. Hence why he said, I'm fighting this year, whether it's with Errol Spence or not. He still has to defend his belt. He still has to defend his
That's
belt.
not true right there, Cam.
I don't want to hear that part, fam.
The sanctioning bodies ain't gonna do all that for no big fight. That's
Cam
why a
on,
lot of
Steve.
them
I
been
can't
saying
hear
it. Ain't been calling no mandatories right now. That's not true.
They just
Al them could have got that shit done if they wanted to. They weren't trying to pursue that fucking fight.
They wasn't. They really wasn't.
Now, Quentin.
They only, and I'm gonna keep it real. Al only does what makes business sense to him. Period. If he don't see no profit in it or see where he can make some money off of it, he not gonna do it. And at the point in time, he felt like Bud and Spence both didn't have names to where casuals was gonna buy the fight. Only hardcore boxing fans. It wasn't a guarantee that the fight was gonna sell. And let's keep it a thou out. I'm gonna just break it all the way down to the business part of it. Even if
That's not what it's about, y'all. That's not what it's about, brother. Explain
Talk
this
up,
to
El
me.
Boogie.
How can Al Haymon give a fighter in Ugas with 3 or 4 losses a guarantee and a 50-50 split of the pay-per-view, but you can't give Terence Crawford no guarantee and not even a 50-50 split for the biggest fight in boxing?
Exactly.
Quentin, what that look
Right.
like
So how do that make businesses?
What do that look like to you, Quentin? Be honest, man. Don't do that.
Man, it looked to me like they didn't have that fight in the budget, bro. That's why if they wanted to fight for this year, they were gonna have to fight on the flat feet, bro.
But you got Ugas in the budget, but Crawford ain't in the budget.
Yeah, exactly.
Now look, El Boogie, this is what I'm finna say. This is what I was finna say. This is why I said.
Smarter than this, Q. Come on, bro.
This why I said, El Boogie.
I'm not agreeing with it. That's just what it is, bro.
I just said that's why I was saying, El Boogie, to piggyback what you were saying.
Yeah.
PBC didn't have the money in the budget because let's break it down to here. Now remember how Buzz said he had a hedge fund company willing to pay both him and Spence $25 million apiece, right?
Exactly.
Al shot it down, said, I don't want nobody touching this fight but me. So let's go there. Let's start there. So if let's say Al had to come out of pocket and pay both Bud and Spence $25 million, that's $50 million gone off the rip before we even talk about the venue, anybody else that's on the undercard, paying anybody else promotion, tours, you know what I'm saying? Press tours, press runs, the whole joint. That's $50 million gone out the door. Again, it's not a guarantee that this fight is gonna sell like that. These guys is not household names.
Can y'all hear me? Hold on, fellas. Hey, hold on, Cam. Hey, man, my guy Stephen Brimley just tapped in, man. Let's let him rock. Hey, yo, Steve, what's popping, fam?
What's good, fam? You didn't have to let me rock. I was going to wait till
the
gentleman finish speak. What's your name, my man?
Cam.
Hey, no doubt, man. Listen, I wanted to piggyback on that, but I wanted to ask you, it's kind of a question, though. See, one of the things about it, though, Ugas and Spence, they were only getting $2.5 million between both of them.
Right.
So what was being warranted for this type of fight was a higher dollar figure. So I blame PBC
in the situation that they in because they waited till we in the end of 2022 where all their agreements are ending and now they're in a flux when they could have probably did this fight sooner. But the fact of the matter is Showtime didn't have no capital to be giving both of these guys $8 to $10 million a pop. It's not the same token. See, the thing is, one reason why the Spence did what he did was so he could have leverage in position over Bud. And to me, that's penny wise, dollar foolish, because this is for the biggest fight, but you want to have the upper hand so you can be at a stunt. And that's where I took issue. But the fact of the matter is, we're not dealing with a 1.5 and a 1 million guarantee to make this Crawford and Spence fight. You know what I mean? So that's why I went to, that's where me getting on PBC kind of stops, because they not coming out their pocket with nothing. They're not spending their own money. None of these fights are happening off of their own dime,
off of their own. It's all the promotions. I agree. Now I do agree with that. It's they lobbying for promotions, different promotions to put in to lobby and play with their dollar.
Well, the thing is, Showtime would be the person footing most of the bill, but Showtime's budget is non-existent to some degree, so they couldn't be to give any guarantee. There's nothing going on with Fox.
Well, that's because I was just about to say Fox publicly said that they didn't plan on renewing their deal. Fox is out the door.
Yeah, Fox is out the door. It's just Showtime, and I personally think
is on the way out the door as well.
Well, they're not out the door because they want to stop dealing with PBC. They're out the door because they about to get swallowed by Paramount, and I was just about to say
only Paramount remains, but that's only the pay-per-view deals. This is why we only been getting the fights on pay-per-views that nobody wants to see. Because remember when PBC first launched, they had network deals with everybody. That's why we were seeing PBC on CBS, NBC,
and they were
Fox
overpaying
Sports,
fighters
Showtime.
Like crazy, and that's why they got sued by all these other promotional companies because they was overpaying fighters.
I'm sorry,
and now
brother,
they don't have any money now.
On y'all conversation, but can I ask y'all a question?
Yes, sir.
Like Pieface asked me earlier about a good businessman. Wouldn't you want to have multiple streams of income coming into your event? So why would you not put your fight on pay-per-view just cause? So if 10 people buy it, that's gonna be, you generate money, extra money. So
I don't understand the question though, Big Fish. That goes without saying.
Like that's just
you talk about fights that ain't worth it. You talking about the fights that are not worth pay-per-view?
Yeah, the fights that take a loss, like this last Deontay Wilder, Robert Helenius fight, that wasn't a fight to go on pay-per-view, bro. that should have went on. That should have went on Fox Sports. It should have been on Showtime.
But that was the entire 2022 for PBC, though. It was fights that were not pay-per-view worthy.
Charles Martin versus Luis Ortiz was not a pay-per-view worthy fight.
How you know they took a loss?
Bro, Charles Martin versus Luis Ortiz.
Talking about I want to go back to the Wilder fight.
Wilder Helenius. It only did 77,000 pay-per-view.
So the only way they didn't take a loss is if somebody else footed the whole bill, bro. Otherwise they would have took a loss.
What was Wilder's purse? What was Wilder's purse for that fight?
What was the bill?
What was Wilder's purse?
Wilder's purse was 20 mil.
Y'all don't know. Just say
Wilder's purse was 20 mil. I know that. Helenius got 8.3.
You just said the number 20 mil is not 20 mil. What's the bill?
That's what I'm saying. Hold on.
The bill for the two fighters is it was 28 mil, bro.
That's what I'm saying. So if Helenius' purse was 8 mil, Wilder's purse is 20. That's 28 out the door before we got to anything else on that fight card.
70,000 buys ain't even shit. 2 million, is it?
77,000 buys. And y'all come on,
$80.
Y'all gave up 28 million. For 7. Come on. That's a loss, bro.
Didn't they have a live gate?
That's 6 million. 77,000 buys is 6.1 million at $80 a pop.
Didn't they have a live gate, bro?
But you still gave out
absolutely.
You still gave out 28. This don't include everybody else.
At the gate. How many people was in the arena?
I don't know, but I'm sure it wasn't no more than $5 million.
See, we
Exactly.
you just
I
be
don't
saying
know that
stuff
though,
you
but I
don't
mean,
know.
didn't
listen,
make
if
up
it was more than that, it would have been
regardless
announced
of
because
what the
that would have been
gate
a live
was,
game.
it
It would
didn't
have
make
been,
up.
big
It
live
didn't
game
make
numbers.
up
It
the
would be probably
remaining 20
respectable.
something
That's it.
million. Yeah, it didn't make up that remaining 22 million to break even at
What
28.
sponsorships do
Hey,
they
Why
have for
you
that
Brimley.
think Al
event?
Heyman
Do
told?
y'all
Why you
know
think
that?
Al Heyman told? Why you think Al Heyman told? Why do you need to get in that studio, bro?
No,
Come
come
on,
on, man.
man.
Don't do that. Don't do
Hey,
that.
Come on,
Brimley.
man.
Don't do that.
Hey, Brimley.
Nah,
Come on,
I
man.
wanna.
Why
Hey,
I need the
Steve.
studio?
nah,
you,
don't
Hey,
do that.
Hey,
That's
Steve.
you
dirty.
didn't
this
make
what I'm
it.
saying. Y'all taking 20,
Steve.
we
You gonna
taking
get this
$26
money
million
back?
or 22, $23 million losses. Y'all got to remember, PBC still got about a good 450 million that they got to pay off that $1 billion loan. So, you know,
I didn't know they had to
Hey,
pay anything. They can write that
hey,
off as a loss,
Steve.
but never
Yeah, they
mind that.
trying.
What's up?
Hey, yeah. I just want to go back to what you were saying. But
Yes,
listen,
sir.
okay, you was talking about that fight with Spence and Crawford didn't warrant no low guarantee like that. If Spence and Crawford was willing to fight for no guarantees and just bank off their back end, what was wrong with giving them 1.5 million apiece and still bank off the back end and give Crawford the transparency he want and get the fight on?
That
What
Well,
was
part.
wrong with that?
if that's the case, then why wouldn't we need all the transparency if you're gonna just do a Porter type of deal? I see that's where the
No,
disingenuousness of
transparency
PB.
come regardless. Steve,
Oh
you
yeah,
gotta
because he
give
is his own promotional
transparency
Yeah,
company.
when you
But I
working
regardless.
off
mean,
the net,
You
that's
gotta give
totally
him that
different.
regardless. He is own
yeah,
promoter coming in. That's regardless. You gotta
Hey,
give
L
him that.
Boogie, why he ain't give BLK Prime to give him a 1.5 million guarantee?
Shit,
because
they
they
gave him a
dropped
10
them
million for
10.
guarantee.
They
Big
they
fish.
came
Quit
in with that
playing.
He
What the
money.
his
fuck?
own
They
boss.
dropped them
He
10.
his own
Yeah, they
boss,
gave him
right?
10 million.
General.
What the
They
fuck else you
came in
need?
here
And
with that
it's in
money,
the bank
General.
already.
They came in here with that money. He's supposed to say, no, that's too much, y'all. Give me 1.5.
1.5. I take 1.5.
Nah, they could have
I don't
gave
want
him
your 10, big
whatever
fish.
you want to give him. They could have gave him that to fight Terence Crawford. We want to support you.
Oh,
Fight
to fight Spence? You talking about
Earl
to do the
Spence.
Spence fight? Because
He
Al didn't want
he
nobody touching the fight but him.
No, what you
He
mean?
got some money for him.
Terrence
That's what I'm
Crawford.
saying. It didn't
Terrence
matter
Crawford is
who
his
came.
own boss. They could
It
have just
didn't
gave.
matter who came with the money, L Boogie. It didn't matter who. Jesus could have
That's
came with
general.
the money
General Big
and
Fish.
said, here, bud, I
yep.
want to sponsor you against your fight against Errol Spence. And guess what? When they
Al Heyman
called
ain't sharing
Al
none of that
Heyman and
pie.
said, hey, Al Heyman, I got the son of God on the phone right now, want to pay 25 million apiece for me and Errol Spence to fight. Al said, no, I don't want
Hey, hold on,
nobody
fellas. Hold
touching
on.
this fight.
Not to
Cam.
interrupt y'all. Hold
Cam.
on, y'all. Hold on, Big Fish. Let me read the super chat, man. Shout out to my guy Truly Israel for that $5 super chat again. He said Floyd Mayweather got all that money. He can't even put up $2 million apiece for Crawford and Spence. Up front is ridiculous. Hey, man, I appreciate it, man. That's a hell of a point. Hey, man, I've been saying that. Hold on, y'all. I've been saying that shit about Floyd, bro. I've been saying that shit about Floyd. Nigga got an $18 million watch, but can't get them niggas no fucking money. Shit don't make
You
no
know what's so
fucking sense.
crazy?
Thriller.
I don't think 2 million a pop was gonna do it for them. That's why it was going to either be big bucks or no guarantee. I
Man, you
don't
got to
think it was
give
the
them
middle
something, though,
ground.
Steve. You got to
Big
give them
Thriller,
bucks,
can
something.
no
I say
wedding.
something to you real quick?
Here's my
You got a pocket full of money.
Negotiating in the first place. They might if they tried to say,
well,
"Hey, listen, Crawford,
doggone
we'll
it.
give you 4 million guarantee. We'll
Wow.
give Spence 6 million guarantee." Then what?
Dang,
I
Brad.
mean,
Hey,
Wait a minute. Hold on. Repeat that, Steve, because I
Yeah,
was trying to
like I said, I
what
find
do
it
you
hard to
say?
believe that
Hold on,
Terrence
hold
Crawford
on,
ran
y'all.
to.
Hold on, y'all. Pie face, hold on. Steve, repeat that, bro.
I don't even think if they initially came out and said, "Bud, here's 5 and Spence gets 8 guaranteed," that was going to make the fight happen.
It wasn't.
I think that's the problem from the giddy up when it comes to guaranteed
What?
money. I think it was going to have
Double
to be up a
digits.
higher number for both of them than they could even come up with.
But how is a low guarantee
Nah.
worse than a no guarantee?
I'm
Because
saying,
it's, neither
hey,
one of them. I don't think either one was going to take that little $3-4 million, $2 million guarantee. They would. Neither one of them was having that. So it's like, okay, we got to get a real guarantee, or they say, okay, well, it's a no guarantee, and you get part of the everything. So I don't think it was any mid ground for them in regards. I think they had to either come correct with the money on both ends, or have no guarantee. Because the
That's
$2
why
million
Tim
guarantee
Brown
wasn't getting
said
shit
what he
back.
said at the Shawn Porter
Hey man, somebody got some.
press
Hold
conference.
on. Somebody got some staticky shit going on. Fix
Yeah, I
your
hear that
audio. It's
too.
fucking up the show. Go ahead, Cam.
Who eating chips? I
I
said
don't know. That shit fucking up the show. Fix your audio. Go ahead,
that's
Cam.
why Tim Brown said what he said. He outright said it. We don't have the money to give these guys what they want or deserve. He outright said it. A representative from PBC said it.
Yeah, Tim Smith. You mean Tim Smith?
But
I mean,
that's a
Tim Smith. I
damn
said Tim
lie. They
Brown.
got
Tim Smith
55
outright
games
said
for
that.
Canelo.
That's a lie.
That was
They got money for Canelo. That don't make
they
sense.
gave Canelo walked off with the bread. He ran off on the plug. He didn't sign the PBC. Canelo came in as a free agent.
Y'all got to keep on forgetting. Stop using Canelo like these advertisers ain't lining up to throw out money
That's
when
what I'm
Canelo's
saying.
involved. The same
Canelo
advertisers ain't
came
lining
in
up
as
for
a
Bud
free
Crawford and
agent,
Spence. They lining up for
smacked them
Canelo.
boys,
Give me
took the
another
money and
example.
the belts, and ran off on the plug. Didn't sign to the
Hey
promotional
man,
company.
somebody audio still fucking up. I don't know who it is, but you might want to back out and come back in. Roll out the ring and come back in the ring.
And this
Hey, hold on, y'all. Box for money. I don't know who you is, bro. Pound on etiquette. Turn your camera on so I can make sure everything is on the up and up, and I'll let you come on. I got you. All right, man. Go on the box for money, man. You're live on the chat with the Wolfpack. Holler at me, man.
Salute the whole panel. Know what I'm saying? I mean, I just was listening. I know I got the StreamYard. I know my boxing, so I tapped in. But I'm
Appreciate
fucking
it.
with y'all. Each and every one of y'all, from the Errol Spence fans to the Bud Crawford fans to the niggas that's playing neutral. I rock with all y'all. So I just tapped in because y'all sound like, you know what I'm saying, some niggas I fuck with.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Go ahead and pop your shit, bro. You got about 2 minutes. Then we're going to open the panel back up.
So if you're gonna give me 2 minutes, I'm gonna talk like I'm good at doing. You know what I'm saying? As far as negotiations and things.
Damn, I want your opinion. Where you go?
Hey, I think your mic mixing up box for money. I think you're fading in and out, my brother. Box for money. You might have to roll out the ring and come back, fam. I'll bring you back on and let you get your time. All right, go ahead, fellas, until you get your shit right. Y'all
I was just about to make this point though, because we was just I believe Steve said something about the promotional deals. As a promotional or as a company, and you're trying to get a network deal, right? You want as many active champions on your roster as possible. Remember when PBC first launched, they had 1 million fucking fighters, and it seemed like all of them had fucking belts. Now look, everybody ain't got a belt. Everybody fighting for redemption. The only couple people that got belts is who? Lil Charlo, Spence. Who else?
Big Charlo, I was gonna keep. He ain't fighting nobody.
I say Big Charlo. Big Charlo been holding his hostage. That's right. Okay, so now when you're trying to get a network promotion deal, at this point in the game, right now, PBC owns 7 out of 8 world titles in 2 respective divisions, 147 and 154. They are in the position to have history made on them and lose 7 of 8 belts. Let's say Bud beats Spence for undisputed, goes up, beats Charlo. Now he got both. He got all the belts in 2 different divisions, and he's not even signed to the company. You have effectively lost 8 belts in 2 divisions when really you could send Charlo off and let him fight Tim Tszyu, let him fight Fundora, let him fight and make little BS pay-per-views, BS fights nobody really wants to see except the fights we want to, but you can make those fights in the hopes to get money. You know what I mean? And pull in revenue. You can do the same thing with Spence, making him fight his mandatories. Making him fight Spence against Boots. It's a good fight. You understand what I'm saying? That will pull in revenue for the company. When you look at it from a business sense, we just lost how many million paying Canelo and all 4 belts. He came in, took all the belts, and bounced. I'm not finna do that here potentially with 147 and 154 on the line, and I'm lobbying to try to get a promotional deal with a network. I can't risk it right now.
You know what? If that happened, bro, if they made a Boots versus Earl fight and not make the Crawford versus Earl's fight, like that saves a lot, man. That saves a whole lot.
Think they won't when they would?
Nah, because Boots, man, Boots won't make as much money as
not to cut you
Earl.
off, man. Hey, Popface, I think that's your audio fucking up, bro. We can barely hear what you're saying, man.
That boy got that popcorn popping in the background.
All right. I was about to say, although Boots is a dynamic fighter, he doesn't generate the type of revenue that Bud does. So they can afford to pay Boots a low guarantee that they know Bud wouldn't take, on the hopes of making money on the back end, because it's a big fight.
If you think Boots gonna sell out, Boots know he'll be selling out. If you think Boots gonna sell out for a low guarantee, a low anything, you got Boots messed up. You know what I'm saying?
Boots just outright said he would have took the $1 million to fight. Boots said it himself.
Saying and doing two different things.
You feel me? What's Boots' highest? Okay,
Boots is in a
Boots'
position
highest
right
payday
now to
right
take
now.
less to make that one big fight so he can get the spotlight that he needs. So I wouldn't be surprised that he's willing to take less at this point right now.
Feel me? What's Boots' highest payday right now?
Man, Boots ain't never fought nobody, so it couldn't be that high.
I think he got 2.5 for a fight before, but I'm not sure though. Yeah,
I thought it was 1.5.
I might be wrong. I might be wrong.
Me personally,
but I'm just saying that 1.5 to 2.5 range, he would take that because that's what he's been getting. That's not a problem. He would take that, and this is an opportunity to fight on a big stage, make a big name. I got belts. He would take that in a heartbeat.
So if they give Boots
1.5 or 2.5, who is Boots for?
Look it up on the
right,
book.
they gave Terence Crawford $0 guaranteed, but they're gonna give Boots $2.5 million guaranteed. What?
They gave Mikey Garcia how much in a 50-50 split? They gave
Boots,
Ugas how much in a
Spence
50-50
takes only 20% of the pay-per-view, the 20% of the pay-per-view share. They'll give him $2 million up front.
You feel me? They gave Ugas how much in a split? They gave Porter how much in the split? They gave Danny Garcia how much in the split? They gave Mikey Garcia
Errol
how much
Spence
in the
is
split?
not about to fight.
And now
no
they saying
goddamn
PPC
Jerron
broke.
Boots
So
in
how
it,
much
but
more
I
they
don't
got
see
to
it.
give?
I don't see what y'all seeing. I don't see Errol Spence fighting
He
Boots.
ain't finna fight no.
I don't see him fighting him either. I'm just
I
throwing
still
it out
think
there
he's fighting Stanley
hypothetically.
on this at the end of the day. That's what I think is going to
But that's
happen.
what I'm saying. They could
think Boots about
on
to
a
fight
business
Stanley
route, on a business side, what I'm saying is you could take Spence versus his mandatories and potentially make money off of those on the back end, paying them a low guarantee and completely freeze Bud the frick out.
Yeah, that's basically what they've been doing.
Yeah, that's what
See,
they've been doing.
Freezing Bud out and everything, bro.
But when you talk undisputed, but now
Boxing a
as
motherfucker.
soon as they get to talking undisputed, that's when you got to include him in the conversation because all roads lead to Omaha if you want that belt at 147.
Man, you just said freeze Bud out. What is? I don't even
This
think
is what
like that.
I'm saying.
I don't even think like that.
This is what I'm telling you. This is what they've been
Hold
doing.
on, Cam. That box for money, pop your shit, man. You go ahead and pop your shit, bro.
No, I'm just saying I don't think like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking black man business. That's what they want. They said leave Bob Arum, come to the other side of the street, come fuck with us at PPC. We got tissue paper, we got chicken, we got girls, we got bottles. They saying they got all this shit over here. Bud leave, sue the motherfucker he was with. We get over here, they got $0 guaranteed. What's really going on, man?
Smoke and mirrors, bro. Come on over here. Come to Death Row. Come to Death Row Records.
And
If you don't want
they're gonna do them like Vanilla Ice and hang them off of the balcony,
off the roof. They gonna big red my dog, man.
What they did with Bud.
My hours are from 9 to 5.
Hey,
Big Red.
Hey man, yeah. Go ahead and ask me this question, man. We're about to wrap this
somebody
show up, man.
type
I've been
in.
on here for about 2 hours and 30 minutes, man. And somebody audio still fucking
Yo,
up.
E,
Fucking
how
up
do
my
it
mind,
sound?
bro. Go ahead,
Hey,
bro.
how do it sound, E?
Oh, you sound better
I'm
now,
good.
bro. Yeah, you sound good. It's somebody else out there.
Okay, I'm just trying to make sure. Okay. Yeah, what Big Fish? Oh no, he's still in here. Okay, look, touching up on the for what Crawford said about the about what Mr. Quentin go.
He left, bro. He got to wake
I
up.
know he wanted to touch on. I know he wanted to touch on this topic for us fighters, fighting for money and all that. And Bud was saying that of course he fight for money. You know what I'm saying? You see a problem with that, Big Fish? Big
What you
Fish.
say?
I said, yeah, you see a problem with Bud saying that he, it's all about the money. When to a certain point in your career, it gets about the money. It falls with what you see him happen to fighters, how they, had to, fight and risk their own lives, and they don't have no health insurance, and they got to do all this stuff. Should it be about the money?
Hell yeah, it's always been about the money. That's what I've been saying. What I talk about, Pie Face Killer, see, you don't pay attention. I get on L Boogie ass for trying to act like Terence Crawford is caring about a fucking legacy. No, the fuck he don't. He care about money. That's what I've been saying, Pie Face Killer.
What I'm
And let me
saying.
finish. And it ain't nothing wrong with that. They all care about money. So what I get upset is
but his legacy
y'all
was
act
spent.
like Terence Crawford is above everybody. He not.
No, that's not true. That's not true. That's not true.
So chasing Spence ain't about legacy and money?
Man.
You ain't never said that, Boogie.
Man, right? That's why I was trying to tie into it.
Always said that.
See, yeah. That's why I was trying to tie into it, because that's why I was trying to tie into it.
General.
You said it.
Always preach
Yeah, that's why I was tying into it.
But this is where
said
you
this one time
mistaken,
before
L
that,
Boogie. If he
and
was
it's true,
worried
they
about
go hand in
legacy,
hand.
he wouldn't be fighting the fighters that he been fighting.
Nah, that ain't true.
He wouldn't have put up the barriers that he's put up to keep the fight from happening.
No.
So
Y'all missed the whole point of what that man said in the interview. And I can tell you exactly what the hell he's saying, because I'm from Omaha, bro. I know the lingo. I know how we talk. He literally told y'all, I care about the money now because my legacy is already stamped. This man is already undisputed, so he's done what he set out to do initially. So
That's
now I can get paid.
Didn't he say he was set for life? He didn't need to fight
This
another
man
fight
is
again. Didn't he say
if
that?
he wanted to, I mean.
So which one is it?
I want you to go
is
back and say what you just said, General.
Hell yeah, get paid on the way out the door.
He still ain't supposed to get the best deal for himself. That's how rich people stay rich.
Why
You want him
would
to
I
get caught real
not?
fast, don't you, Big Fish?
What? I can't believe. Why would I not get paid? So you telling me at your current job right now, whatever it is that you do,
see, y'all
when
don't
they
listen.
offer you
Y'all
when
hearing
they
a whole
offer
bunch
you
of
a
other
raise,
shit.
you go
Stop,
no, because
Cam,
I'm painting the
I
picture.
heard.
I'm trying to get on
We
my
are on
e-thriller
the
right now.
same
I'm trying to paint
page.
a picture.
I don't have no
Look.
problem with the man getting his money. But
E-thriller
don't
is the
try to
Black
sell me
Picasso.
on his bullshit resume.
I'm trying to be
He is getting
Donatello
his
right now. I'm
money
trying to paint a
fighting
picture.
bums.
This is where we stop at,
If
man.
he
Again,
fighting
we
bums,
keep going back to the same point, man.
so I guess all the PBC fighters are not bums. That's what it is. Because if his legacy is hit, it's because he can't fight any of the PBC fighters at the end of the day. Because it ain't like Bud would be afraid of any type of smoke. So if his legacy is hit, it's because PBC don't want to put their best against him with the circumstances, square as possible. At the end of the day.
So you saying he haven't fought Hall of Fame fighters? That's what you saying?
No. If we basing it off of your theory,
Now,
you said
so-
Bud's resume is in question. If his resume is in question, only because all the best fighters are at PBC, and PBC ain't really trying to fight Bud with their best fighters at any given time. It's got to be the most
Let's call
opportune
a
for them.
spade a
So whose
spade,
fault
bro.
is it then? I mean, if it's good for the goose, it's good for the gander.
When Bud came in the boxing, bro. Hey, when Bud came into boxing, he came in at 135. He was at 135 with Chocolatito, Danny Garcia, Mikey Garcia, Manny was there, Raimundo Beltran. A lot of those guys left and bounced and went up. He chased Danny to 140, bro. Him and Danny was at, bro. Y'all don't remember him and Danny going back and forth on Twitter talking shit about Danny beating him in the Emmys and they got to break the tie and this, bro, they been going at it. He was on Danny's neck.
Yeah, I did a show on that shit a while back.
It's always everybody in the world afraid of Bud, and Bud don't have
Bro,
a
Danny
resume.
Duck. It wasn't just Bud that Danny Duck. Danny Duck Victor post off outright.
Hey, General, what was you talking about?
Hey, L Boogie, you sound low, bro. You sound super low now.
I sound low.
Yeah,
you got a fadeaway jumper right now.
Facts.
Yeah, you sound low, fam.
Hey, Big Fish, man, you going to the fight this weekend?
What fight?
Man, I could have swore your favorite fighter said he was fighting this weekend without Bud, without Bud, man. So I was expecting to see the Big Fish.
I thought you were talking about some real news, man.
What time that fight come on?
Hey, y'all believe
everything
y'all leaders say. This nigga
what channel that fight
anything.
on?
Hey,
what channel that fight on?
The next ticket I'm getting True Grit is the Ashante concert.
You gonna be in the city, but you know what? I'm glad y'all mentioned that. Cause I got another question. Oh yeah, I'm glad y'all mentioned that. Cause I got another question. You know, I said, you know, I went on Mr. Goose show, and I said that, you know, one of the reasons that, you know, Bud is not a star, you know, is and the reason that we probably won't be getting this fight because, you know, some of you Errol Spence fans won't support Terence Crawford because you're not a Crawford fan, you know. And like with this fight right here, you know, if it's possible, if y'all will buy the fight, you know, and support Crawford, and his numbers be big and big enough for to go to Al Haymon and push Al to making this fight, like will y'all even buy the fight?
Facts, they won't.
Do you hear how y'all talk to me? I'm not helping y'all. Fuck that.
Nah,
so you don't want
I'm saying, let
me say it again. Like,
hey, fellas,
like if the numbers on this fight.
Pieface, hurry up and make your point, bro.
Yeah.
I've been on here for 2 hours and 30 minutes. I got to get up at 5 in the morning, fam. Let's wrap this show up. Make your point, and then we go into closing thoughts. Go ahead, Pop.
All right. No, I mean that's it. I'm cool. I just want to know, like, if the numbers on this fight was real good, and that number compelled Al Haymon to making this fight, you know, will y'all support this fight to making an Errol Spence fight? Will y'all support the fight?
70-30 now.
Just got quiet. You
go ahead and give me your closing thoughts, Pieface, man.
I said 70-30 now. We not helping out.
70-30.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Stream Empire, homie.
Hey, what I will say is this.
Hey, hold on, Cam. Hey, I ain't about to be on here all night, fam. Pieface, closing thoughts, bro.
Yeah, my closing thoughts. Shout out to the whole kind of E-Thriller and the Black Picasso. Like, subscribe to the channel. You know, it was a good topic tonight. You know, and you know, shout out to everybody on the panel. You know, and you know, that's it.
Appreciate it, man. All right, man. Going out to Box for Money. Closing thoughts, brother.
I'm rocking with the channel.
Thank you.
Picasso, the GOAT, know what I'm saying? The boxing god.
Appreciate it.
He putting this shit together day in, day out. Before we all came around, he still putting it down. And I'm with the movement. Fuck with me. I'm Box for Money on YouTube. And it's Bo Mason _TBV on Instagram.
I really appreciate it, man. All right, going out to Mr. Goose to you. Closing thoughts, my brother.
Man, it's the Goose to you, Mr. Goose to you, man. I enjoyed tonight, E-Thriller, man. Thank you once again. Hey, man, bro, you do your thing, bro.
Thank you, bro.
I might not be going on with you for a couple of. I'm traveling tomorrow. I'm going back down south, so I'm gonna try to go Thursday, if not Thursday, Sunday. Shout out to my nigga Cam. He's my co-host of his Boxing to You, man. Y'all see he's gonna be my foot on the ground when I'm not at the crib. Man, he's in there. When I tell will be in there. So we got one. Shout out Q, shout out to General Big Fish. General Big Fish is 2 certified Thriller. General Big Fish dropped names the other day, bro. Man, y'all 402 certified. You and General Big Fish is 402 certified. It's the Goose
Already,
to you, Mr. Goose to you,
yeah.
and I'm out.
Appreciate it, fam. All right, man. Make sure y'all go sub up to Mr. Goose to you. All right, going out to the unbiased fan, Stephen Brimley, aka the Brim Reaper. Closing thoughts, man.
Listen, appreciate everybody in the chat. Shout out to everybody in the panel. E3 always putting in that work. We appreciate you, my brother. And with that noted, I hope you have a blessed night and have a good day of work tomorrow, bro.
Thanks. Same to you, fam. All right, going out to my dog from the Blaster. I am Cam Edwards. Closing thoughts, man.
Man, E-Thriller in Manila, man. Real nigga, man. Shout out to the Wolf Pack. Shout out to the Mac Mob, man. Listen, what can I say that ain't been said, man? I'll definitely be back. I appreciate the love. Appreciate y'all having me, man. It's, man. Follow the guy, you know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, I got a little Southern Soul track out too. Booty Swing on all streaming platforms. Man, we doing comedy, we doing it all. Again, man. Hey, when y'all come to the O, man, holla at me, man. Holla at Gooch. I got you, man. I'm telling you, man, real life.
Yes, sir.
Tap in, plugged in type shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You ain't even gotta check in. You know what I'm saying? We plug. So yeah, pull up.
I really appreciate it, man. Shout out to my niggas in Nebraska, man. And with that being noted, going out to my brother, True Gritter from Nebraska. Closing thoughts, man.
Man, one love, man. Good show. You cook, you paint that picture, man. Appreciate
Thank
you,
you,
E. Most deaf. Shout out to the Wolf Pack, man. The channel, the chat. Everybody on there, man. Everybody make sure y'all like, subscribe, share, man. And you know, we gonna catch up. Hey, Big Fish. Well, before you go there to Ashanti, man, if you wanna, they got a Godfather's right across the street from the Baxter Arena, so we can link and catch us a couple slices real quick. You know, I don't know. I like hamburger and pepperoni. I don't know. You probably like that pineapple.
Nah, I'm gonna take y'all to the one down on Radio Highway down in the hood, man. We going to the hood, man. Take me out to the hood, man.
I don't eat no fucking pineapples on pizza, man. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, I don't know, man. You Errol Spence, man.
Nasty.
That nigga said pineapple. That weird shit, man. But,
bring y'all to the hood, man. Take out
Hey, but the thing is, man, y'all Errol Sex was holding on for tooth and nail, man. But at the end of the day, when Bud ran up on Earl and had him stuttering and naming names, he said Al never said Bud was a part of the plan. So the plan was always to duck, avoid, and swerve around Bud. But if you want that undisputed, man, you have to pull up to the 402, man, and get that. It ain't gonna happen, no. But I wish we get the fight. Yeah, I mean, it could be strap snatch season around here, but it is what it is. So, but yeah, holler at me, Big Fish, but we can get that Godfathers, man, and you can leave that Cases alone. But man, I one love everybody on the panel, the chat, and
Cases.
Eat that gas station
I
pizza,
fuck with
man.
Cases, man. That shit was good in the bitch to me. But anyway, man, and going out to my brother L Boogie. Closing thoughts, man.
E3, am I still low?
Nah, you sound much better now.
Okay,
Closing thoughts,
yeah.
man.
One little E-Thriller, peace, respect to you, my brother. Salute, man.
Salute.
I appreciate you for having me on, brother. Always a wonderful show, man.
Thank you.
I ain't never seen that picture get painted and no paint was ever outside the frame of that picture, you know?
Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Salute and one love to the Wolf Pack, man. I want y'all to come support my brother, man. Share, like, comment, and subscribe. You know, until next time, man. We know Bud, the only important piece to the puzzle. So, you know, I'm out. Till next time, baby.
Already L Boogie. Shout out to my nigga L Boogie, man. And last but not least, going out to my motherfucking brother, General Big Fish. Closing thoughts, man.
Hey man, it's been fun once again, E-Thriller, man. Shout out to you. Y'all sub up if you new, like and subscribe, man. I'm offended that Pie Face Killer tried to sell me on this fucking fight that's coming up. he already got his 10 million guaranteed, so he good. So yeah, we need to band together and stop supporting BS fights. I heard him crying about fights not pay-per-view worthy earlier in the show, and this is another one. We all know it. This is an exhibition. So with that being said, I'm gonna try to check out a Shantae concert with Ja Rule, man, December 10th, man.
They having a concert for real?
Yeah, we going. E-Thriller, we going up there.
Shit.
Huh?
Man, I ain't going to that shit.
But you want to go to the fight, then?
Man, nigga, I going to go see the Boogeyman if I go to the O.
Hey, if I show up, man, he might lose, man. I might jinx the fight.
Nah.
You know, I don't want to jinx the fight, man. No, despite what I think, I want to see him lose to Errol Spence, man. I don't want to see him lose to Abonesian. but yeah, that's all I got, E-Thriller, man.
All right, man. Appreciate it, fam. All right, man. Shout out to everybody that tapped in with me on the panel. Shout out to everybody in the Wolf chat. Shout out to everybody that sent me a cash app, a super chat. I really appreciate your love and support, man. Until next time, we are gone. Holla.
Yo, what's up? This is B-Hop. I like to say, what's up, man? E-Thriller, the Black Mikasa. What's going on? This is the champ, the Hall of Famer. Respect, the undisputed. Yeah.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
Black Picasso, first round knockout, sweet science, we silence you haters, shout out the Mac Mob. Big fish, you trolls can't swim with the sharks. Dinging on him with a straight jab to the jaw. Now he leaking in his corner, hit that thumbs up button, let's debate. Who can test an eye? I will fucking wait. Full court pressure, Coach K until I retire. Mosquito spray you haters away, shucking and jobbing. L Boogie tapped in too, let's talk this boxing. Subscribe, like, and smash on that naughty bell button. Me and Mac like the new Shaq and Kobe. Hall of Fame the game, all our gloves is golden. They too moist, I'm the one, I'm the voice. Just face it, straight facts, listen straight to the point.